Yeah, so she shows it to me, right? And she pulls the towel back. I'm like, oh, that's good looking.
For free that time, or was she charging the same?
So I'm like, how much? Tower crap.
Same right? Price as me.
And then she tells me how much. I'm like, well, that's a deal,
dude. Up top. I mean, that was shit,
dude. Hey, what's going on, everyone?
That was awesome.
Welcome back to
thank God.
We're talking about papaya.
Well, no, we were talking about
papaya.
No, your medical ENT.
Yeah. So indeed, welcome back to another episode.
Fucking
of Bangkok
G-rated,
Strange.
dude.
G, absolutely, motherfucker.
Spot up top. Now you did. Okay, we're starting.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Nice. Nice. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Bangkok Strange. I'm Dana Blue, and as always, joined by my bald, beautiful, sexy co-host, Mike's.
Up top.
My man. Here we go.
Okay.
So, it's been the air quality, man, it's getting it. 152 this morning. You know, it doesn't bother you, huh?
I look at it, I'm like, half pack.
Half pack.
It's just like, dude, come on.
152 probably is around that half pack range.
Here's what's funny, right? So I'm at the doctor one time, and I'm like, remember when, maybe you don't remember this, Perrier water had this huge scare where they had like carcinogens in it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm sitting there in my doctor's office, right, thinking I'm really smart, because of course there wasn't MD yet, WebMD yet.
Yeah.
So obviously the knowledge. And I said, hey, so what's with this Perrier? And I was a smoker at the time.
Yeah.
He says, okay, the amount of carcinogens you ingest having one cigarette in your entire lifetime eclipses anything you would ever have out of a Perrier. He's like, take some Tylenol aspirin without the top on top of it and drink some Perrier, maybe one puff. Kind of thing, you know? I'll never forget that.
Real quick in the chat, I see Joe's here, of course.
Are you serious, Joe?
Joe P. Look at that shirt.
Oh my God. How come there's not more people like sporting their shirt?
Right, that is the shirt, though.
I mean,
that's the OG Bangkok Strange shirt.
Here's what I love. I've heard him. I've seen him on other podcast or other live streams, and the guys will comment on it because they're like, "Oh, dude, what's that shirt?" And then they click on it like this, and it shows up. They're like, "Oh yeah, not my channel."
Yeah. What's going on, Board Nomad Productions? How you doing, brother?
Hey, good to see you.
Out there in Owls, top of the morning. What do they say? Good day, mate.
No, they say, "Oh, dude, I'm so fucking hungover."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see the video of the most Aussie news interview ever?
No.
It's like this guy with a mullet who like
a mullet.
He like came out. Someone smashed a car into his friend's mom's chip shop, and so he like came outside. He's like, "Hey mate, you can't just be taking off." And the guy takes off. He chases him down. He's like, I threw. He's like, I threw. When I threw my thongs on and I went after him.
Throw a boomerang at him.
This Aussie man did a breakdown of it. He's like, "Oh, this bloke's a hero. This bloke's a hero."
This bloke, nice work.
Hey, Roger McGee, how's it going there?
Roger's here. I saw his post on what day are you on, Roger? Right now?
Made it. He made it.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go with day 4 now, Roger. Right? Good for you, man. That's great.
So actually, I was telling you before, I've got on Idea Studio tonight, I've got Teja, so I was trying to get to Bangkok Strange.
Yeah, tell me about that guy.
So he's working right now, so during the day, that's why he's like, I can't do it, and he's like, he can probably do it around 6, he's going to eat dinner. I'm like, Mike will be passed out. Yeah. The sun Mike pretends like, oh, I stay up, like I watch a little bit of TV. The sun starts to go down, Mike shoots a video at sunset, and then he's like struggling to get back to his bed. That's why he's gonna stay on the beach.
Yes,
because if he can't make those 10 steps back to the bed.
No, dude. When I was drinking, people were like, "How come your apartments are always close to these bars?" I'm like, "Bro, you gotta fucking crawl home."
So like I've called Mike. I've seen him do a live stream. I'll send him a message, like no response. It's like 5 minutes later. I'm like, what the fuck's up with Mike? Like next morning, he's like, oh yeah, I passed out, bro. I was exhausted. Walking on the beach all day.
You know what's cool though is because like, I mean, there were so many times in my life where it's like, okay, I'm going to have to take melatonin or sometimes, over the counter meds or whatever to get to sleep. But it's like the body's
really
designed.
You have to? You have
to.
Really?
So here's the thing.
The guy who's like literally like, we'll have a conversation like 7:30. I'll ping you back something 8 gone.
So occasionally, yes, that will happen. I will tell you that lately I've been staying up to like 9 or 10, which is not
Holy
good. I'm watching fucking TV though. I'm not doing anything productive.
Watching Suits.
Yeah, exactly. I did like that show. No, I'm on season 15 of Grey's Anatomy.
I got a new one for you.
Okay.
You can get to
I want to see Wired, but I can't
Wired's
get it.
Good. It's on HBO Max.
Okay, that's why I can't.
And then Warrior, which I saw on HBO Max.
That's a
so good. It's only 2 seasons on HBO Max.
HBO. How do you pay for that?
I have one of my log in. Yes.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, VPN.
Yeah. As long as you have that. Well, you have to have a login.
Yeah,
okay.
Have to have a login.
I already give enough people money.
Gotta love telling them Mike's alive. Mike is. We weren't here Saturday. It was because of me, not because of Mike. So I slept with we've had a really bad air quality issue. I fell asleep. Well, Bangkok.
I understand.
So, Mike, having been a smoker for 50 years, he started smoking 1 year old.
Pretty much, yeah.
He pack a day, pack an hour, whatever.
You pack an hour, whatever it takes.
Well, I don't. When you wrote your thing, you're like at a pack an hour. It seems
2 packs a day. I'm non-filtered,
yeah. Non-filtered
because I love my body.
And so I fell asleep because it's been really cool here. The temperature's been fantastic. And not humid. So I left my door open. I left my air purifier on. It was like AQI of 60. I'm like, with the air purifier, I get it down to like 40. I'll be okay.
Oh, you still had it on?
Yeah.
Oh,
but it spiked up to over 200 overnight. And so then I wake up and my eyes are like all crusted shut. I can't talk. I'm like,
and you saw like Jib's fingerprints on your neck. You're like, well, this is fucking weird.
This is weird. I got these bruises.
I haven't listened to NXS in forever. How did this translate?
Must have been watching a David Carradine movie.
Clearly.
So yeah, I couldn't even talk. I was like, Mike, I can't do this. He's like, yeah, rest up, have a drink.
Have a drink, basically. Yeah.
He's like, I'm jumping on. I'm already on the BTS. I'm going to Bangkok.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So here's what's the beauty of like the way I live now, and I don't know whether this is transition for you too, just moving into Bangkok, or whether you like did this before you got here. Like plans change. Yeah. When plans would change, when I was like working, had a job, my entire day was absolutely scheduled out, usually double booked in some areas. Something would change like that, and I would literally be pissed. Whereas now it's like, oh, cool, I get to go to fucking Bangkok Bagels. Yeah. I don't know why.
You don't have like trauma flashbacks from the chiropractor? When you get close, oh, fuck.
No. Okay. Well, okay, so my current chiropractor, rock star.
Yeah.
Total rock star, great guy.
Well, obviously you're walking, you're moving.
No, exactly. And his 2 assistants too.
Like, we're not doing accountability buddies on drugs. I mean,
exactly. I know. So if you do, so here's what's funny about the reason he brought that up is because one of the things that I do that I recommend to anyone else in recovery is that if you are taking, especially narcotics, even though they're prescribed by a doctor, if you are taking them, I mean, the sort of the agreed upon behavior for people in recovery is that you take them as directed. You don't take more and you don't take less because then but you have an accountability partner. So every time I took a morphine pill, I basically let him know.
And then I have to get messages like, oh, it's really bad. I'm going to say, okay, I got you. And then he's like, fuck, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. I couldn't believe it. The guy gives me, and I take he's like, okay, well, if it gets really bad. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Again, I don't like that because there's a part of me that thinks because of the brain I have, even if he says don't take too many, I hear him say take more.
Drink the bottle.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's
a single serving.
Yes. And so I take, and I'm like, these don't fucking, and then I looked out, he's giving me like 10, 15 milligrams. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, so Mike's like, they don't fucking work. I can't move.
What finally worked? 200 milligrams of tramadol.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a narcotic?
So,
or is it an opioid?
I believe it is. I believe it has a little bit of that because I said, look, I'm taking these tramadol things, and they were like 25 milligrams. Yeah. And he's like, okay. And I said, so what's the next step up from that? He says, morphine. And I said, in a fucking bag, with the IV, because that's how I normally, recreationally. That's how I normally take it. And he's like, no, we'll give you pills. And I'm like, morphine? Okay.
He gives you a spoon.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, what the? But I never knew you could take morphine as pills.
Yeah, they have pills.
So I don't. Yeah.
But my understanding is you take like I think there's like liver toxicity issues with oral opiates, just like steroids.
Oh, dude, there's liver toxicity issues with everything. That's the goal with the liver, is to remove it. So eventually,
no. But I mean, like if you inject it, your liver can handle it better. Same with steroids.
Oh yeah, right. Because that makes sense.
Yeah. So I see we got Token Nomad up in the chat. Gotta love Thailand and Mr. Mitch. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Hello at Thailand Vloggers. Wow.
Oh, Thailand Vloggers. What's going on? Thanks for coming by. Roger McGee, synthetic opioid. Oh, so tramadol's a synthetic opioid.
Which, again, right?
It's all a hit, right? It's all
crystal meth is a synthetic. It's a synthetic.
Did you see that designer drug that was floating around?
Yeah.
It was on the Thai news.
7 people died from over the
first
weekend.
night. That was the first night. I think the body count's at like 21.
Okay.
But in my mind, so you have a different perspective on this than me, maybe because of background. In my mind, I'm like, some douchebag in Patumtani mixed a bunch of white powders together and sent it out. I'm going to skip on this one.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're not a drug addict.
So apparently.
No, and here's the thing. I'm quite certain that the people who died were a lot more like me than they are like you.
They weren't like so. What was your? Do you have a master's in chemistry, buddy?
No, your thing is. Oh God, I felt a little bit weird, so I stopped taking some.
Yeah.
I'm like, I felt different, therefore I ingested the maximum amount I could purchase at that moment.
Pure dosage.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I'm just like in my mind, I'm thinking like, some douchebag in Patumtani is mixing powders up and selling it as a new drug. I don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to be batch one.
So I'm not going to go into my past, but been there, done that, bought the shirt.
So when I was in university, there was a guy who had LSD. He's like, oh, I just got this from a new guy. He makes it over in Cambridge.
Okay,
I'm like, okay. Have you bought stuff from him? He's like, no, never. New guy.
Right.
I'm like, have you taken it? He's like, no. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it if I've never taken it.
Right.
He's like, he literally takes 4 tabs and throws it on his tongue. He's like, fine.
Right. Initially.
Yeah.
How long does it take to kick in LSD?
Yeah.
30 minutes.
A little while. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna pass on this one.
Yeah. Well, it's not K plus or something. What is it called?
K milk powder.
K milk powder, right? Because it's a different version of ketamine. Is that what it
had ketamine in it?
Got it.
And it had a few other things, tramadol, and then.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then they said that it might also have fentanyl in it.
Oh yeah. Fentanyl was huge, right?
Well, I don't think fentanyl was ever an issue here. It was an American thing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I remember when my father was dying of lung cancer, and at the end, like he just like his lungs were like 90% cancer, right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
Like very little oxygen getting in, and he was in a ton of pain, and he was getting like tremors from the pain, even though he was on like IV morphine.
Yeah.
And so they put a fentanyl patch on his skin, so it's like a sub-Q needle with a patch.
Oh, interesting.
And tremors stopped immediately. He was like,
but they passed out though. It wasn't
unconscious.
Yeah.
But
fentanyl.
He was dead 36 hours later. So, but yeah, it's I mean, he was in hospice. Obviously, you're only going in one direction when you're in hospice.
Yeah. How was your stay in hospice? Oh, it only lasted 3 or 4 days. No, you're not saying. Like there's no reviews. Of the hospice place.
Yeah, I thought it was hospice has like a big smoking. The one in Rhode Island had like a big smoking section in the middle in the garden. And I thought to myself, like, that's weird that they have a smoking section. I'm like, no, I'm in hospice. Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we were talking about news the other day because of all the crazy shit. If you guys saw the thumbnail of the TV, basically static is what U.S. news is to Mike's and I.
It's amazing. I'm in a meeting and a buddy comes in and he's like, man, I almost didn't come today. I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, man, I don't usually watch news, which of course is, our paradigm. He says, but I got really hooked into, because he used to live in Washington, D.C., families in Washington, D.C., friends in Washington, D.C. He's like, there's going to be 30,000 troops that are going to be, right? So anyway, we started talking about that, and that was like a drag. And I said, dude, I literally heard nothing of this. Now, this is Monday, actually, he let me know this. And then I sent you a message, whatever. I did literally some quick research, and I went to AssociatedPress.com and CNN.com. I thought, okay, AP, CNN can bend it a little, but I'm in AP, I'm going to kind of rely on their data. And so they have this article. Now, the title of it, of course, is 25,000 troops in, with like can be, kind of thing. But of course, you don't see the end of this thing. So anyways, it was a teaser. And I was like, oh, that's kind of offensive, but I'll read the data. Anyway, the 2 pieces of data that were in there that I thought were incredibly important, if you're a factual person, is the fact that let's see. They have the ability, I'm just going to say, because there's like, this is a state of emergency, but it doesn't mean there's martial law. It's just that they can make decisions, right? Okay. So they can deploy 25,000 troops, right? And then this one sentence says, yeah, it's 2.5 times the normal amount. I'm like, wait, so you're telling me normally there's 10,000 National Guard people during the inauguration?
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, there's support for the police.
It's a fucking it's the old president and the new president. Dude, 2 shots, right? I mean, you'd be like, if you hate the guys that bad.
You see they put up a bulletproof wall with razor wire and all this
right now?
Yeah.
Well, because they're not going to do it then.
So this was crazy that I had, I had the tooth thing, the jaw infection. I was out of the loop at the beginning of the year, just because I was like recovering for that for a few days. And so in the meantime, while I was recovering, that whole storm on the Capitol happened, insurrection. So I'm not checking news. I'm not doing anything. Like I'm not on the internet. I'm just kind of like relaxing for a couple days, trying to recover. Yeah. So I come to, and I'm like on my phone, just flipping through stuff. And I start seeing like these pictures of a dude with horns on his hat and no shirt, covered in body paint. I'm like, oh, this has got to be fake news. It's like it was like a siege on the Capitol, insurrection.
Yeah, and you're like, come on. I'm like, Saturday Night Live.
I'm like, was the Onion?
Yes, totally. Nice.
Right? And I click on it, and I'm like, this is CNN. This is gonna be one of those fake CNN links. It's like something / CNN.
It's like a guy has CNN.com.
Yeah. Or it's like CNN.fucknews.com.
Totally.
Like, and so what was it? I'm like, this looks like a legit link. I'm on my phone, right? So I just I open up my computer and I can open the same website across devices. So I'm like, boop. I'm like, well, that's a real CNN link.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is why I don't read American news as an expat.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, it's interesting because now I also got in the habit of not watching the news or not consuming the news when I was in the United States before I left.
Yeah, that's probably the best time to you can kind of watch it as an outsider here, like, all my buddies are fucked. But if you're watching in the US, you're like, I'm fucked.
It's interesting. I relate it to, it's kind of sad, but I relate it to living in San Diego, being in the media when 9/11 happened. Yeah. Because 9/11, I mean, it was like I was literally only watching it on TV. But of course, our behavior in San Diego was as if they attacked the United States. Yeah. Everyone on my street has a friggin' giant flag hanging off their house. Never before had they ever, how people hang the house.
And San Diego's a patriotic town, too.
Well, yeah. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I agree with that. But I would, argue that
the Dago.
Indeed, is that it's just I don't know what I can hear and I can read and I can see even on YouTube what's happening back there, but I have no sort of attachment to it. Like when they say the air quality in Bangkok is lousy, I'm like, well, right. Yeah. Like I'm physically,
I can see it. I can literally see it. Like
you can't see anything else. Like, I used to be able to see that building.
Floor 20. What floor are you on? 20.
10.
Mm-hmm. Can you see the smog breaking up?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And in fact, there are buildings that I used to be able to see.
So when Jib and I lived in the Monterey penthouse, and we would look out on bad air quality days, we would judge it by can we see the Chow Praya or not? Because we had out of the back of the condo, we had a view of the Chow Praya. So if I look out and I'm like, I can't see the Chow Praya, I'm like, it's a bad air quality day.
Yeah,
because that's like usually, even with like 100, 150, you can see the Chow Praya. When there's no Chow Praya in the skyline, like, okay.
It's poking 200.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, you lived in California, right? Southern California?
No, Central. I lived in Monterey.
Monterey. Oh, okay. Not a bad area.
Not a bad area at all.
But when I first moved to California, I remember going to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Now, Los Angeles, the reason that it had smog was, of course, because it was generating it, but also the entire city is basically in a bowl.
Yeah.
And there's mountains all around you, with the exception of course, right at the water, and limited wind. Now, is there anything like that in Bangkok that keeps the stuff here? I mean, within a day, it seems to go away.
It's the lack of wind right now.
It's the lack of wind.
So we always have minimal wind. Like if you look at the world wind map.
Oh, okay.
Right, not a ton of wind in central Thailand right now, and so. Plus, they're burning, and apparently, like half of Cambodia is on fire. Like
wow,
like they're burning crops across like half the country.
Now, is the majority of that sugar crops?
Sugar crop.
Number 2 is rice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's sugar crop and rice, and so they try to stop that. And in Thailand, they've done a better job of regulating it. But up in Chiang Mai right now, they start earlier and earlier every year.
Well, you know why? Because they offer courses actually in burning.
What's that? Like $47?
Well, that's if you know the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a friend, if you're on his Facebook group, you can get the course in burning. It's a private one.
Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, you can see it, of course, but it's private.
Yes.
And then of course, it's all of us talking about our successes, really, with
billions
with
of
the burning.
Dollars.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is it true that the reason they do this behavior versus something else is because it is simply the cheapest way to rotate the soil and the crops.
Yeah, multiple reasons. Cheapest, easiest, fastest, but also adds carbon back into the soil.
Now, see, that's what I thought there was actually a sort of farmer's reason for this. Because, I mean, if you just like, I don't know what they call them, but you machine through the thing and you take everything out or whatever. Doesn't that also like churn the thing?
Yeah, but you don't have carbonized.
You don't get the carbon.
Yeah, so like that's why like in America, all the fertilizer, everything they add into
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 20 years later, that farm is basically synthetic.
Yeah,
dirt,
no one's burning crops in America because it's illegal.
Right.
But you're lacking the carbon, so it's especially why like in the Amazon they've got all this like really great sort of soil from like doing these controlled burns, and then they just strip burn everything. And
now, is this because, I mean, this is basically the way nature designed it. It's just that we're doing more of it. In other words, nature's like, okay, I'm going to make lightning.
Yeah.
And occasionally these lightning will strike these forests. It will burn down these forests. And then, 50 years, because, I mean, nature thinks in million-year increments.
Yeah.
I mean, are we just simply doing that, but we're doing it obviously at a scale that is inappropriate?
Inappropriate, yeah.
Okay. So what do you think the solution is? The replacement?
If I had an answer, I'd be a billionaire, right? Like,
right.
Obviously, it's not to pump the soil full of chemicals like we do in the U.S., but there's going to be some happy medium.
What if we were, because my thing was, okay, because my buddy's like, oh, I wonder why. I said, look, dude, rice has to be at this ridiculously low cost. Yeah. Otherwise, this world simply won't buy it. Yeah. And I said, plus, here's the thing. In the United States, if people knew that before the rice ended up at Costco and in their mouth, it was on a tarp, on an asphalt road that people and livestock walked past all day long, they probably wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things people wouldn't buy if they knew.
You have the sausages made.
Yeah. Then we got Benja in the chat. What's going on?
Sorry, Cop.
I don't know if you saw that Joe and Hike are not Joe and Hike. Joe and Mr. Mitch are discussing a deal on some real opium.
Like jokingly or like really?
Yeah, so Mr. Mitch's like, I had opium once in 1981 in India. And Joe's like, do you have any more? Asking for a friend.
Got a little bit on my backpack. Anything to claim, sir? No, I'm not claiming this.
Yeah. I said one time, like this is 2006, I'm coming back from Cambodia, and the woman in front of me had like a cart. It must have been 100 kilos of smoked fish.
To bring on the plane?
To bring back. It was her check luggage from Cambodia to New York. So we're like JFK or LaGuardia or wherever. And the immigration guy is like the stereotypical like New York Italian, slick back hair. Like, oh, you selling this fish for personal use? What are you doing, lady? And she's like trying to talk English, doesn't speak English. Like, oh my God, what? You gonna shop? You giving it to your friends? What you doing? Eventually she's like, all right, just get the fuck out of here. Take your fish.
On the plane?
No, this is at immigration.
No, I know, but through.
No, she had it in the cargo hold.
Oh, okay, got it.
So the guy in immigration was like, just get the fuck out. Take your fish and go. I'm next in line. He's like, anything to declare? I'm like, I swallowed like 30 condoms full of opium. He's like, you shut the fuck up and get out. I don't want to deal with your shit. You go.
Yeah, you can tell based on him. Yeah, I remember and that's rare. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No, and I was like in my 20s. Or like,
sure, fucking punk.
Yeah,
who's listening to the gay lady before me. I remember I was in Mexico, and this would never happen in the U.S. But I land, and I'm coming through, and I look at the bags, and the guy looks down as I'm taking it out. He goes, "There's no bombs in here, right?" And I'm like, "Dude," I like high-fived him. I'm like, "That's actually pretty funny," And he's like, "No, but don't tell my my half egg."
Post 2001, that's never gonna happen.
No, I mean, we're talking 2 years ago.
Oh wow!
Just like this, I landed in Cabo. Like, this guy's fucking cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. The news in general, man, I'm just like so burnt on like the people who keep up on like every little bit of the U.S. news. Like I get it, it's got world ramifications, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't need to know all this.
Well, I mean, look, dude, here's the thing. It's like a nutritionist saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe people eat McDonald's." Because
it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, it's designed to be.
It's fat, sugar, and salt.
Yeah, and you could argue that's the in air quotes news. Yeah. Fat, sugar, and salt.
What's up, Steve?
Steve-O, what's up, buddy?
Man, how's life in the Bay?
So I'll tell you, one of the reasons that I stopped is watching the news because I was producing it. And one of the things that really just turned my stomach, and this happened at a number of other bad events to us, is that if you're, we were a CBS affiliate and you're a news station, right? We were also generating local news. Mm-hmm. During 9/11, pretty much all the news outlets went commercial free for like, 3.5, 4 weeks. Yeah.
You talk, I'm going to turn the aircon on.
Right. I did.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
I put it on low.
Yeah, it's fine. It's feeling a little humid.
It's well, that's my
No.
getting a little sticky. Just watch your little dribble there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We made more money because of the insurance claims we made.
Yeah.
During that time than we would have for running spots, because you took the most expensive slot, which at the time CBS Sundays 60 Minutes, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, for TV, because there were like, I mean, look, on and off there would be like sitcoms that people would like. Cosby Show, right? It was incredibly revenue generating because like Friends, Cheers, all those things.
He's paying all that back now.
Yeah, Jesus, right? I mean, it's crazy. So anyway, that kind of turned me off on it. But again, you're a news outlet. Right. Yeah. And so Chevy's like, we are absolutely going to, advertise in between you talking about, I mean, and we had a crawl. It was like, day 7, day 8, day 9 since 9/11, and it was just like, it was brutal. I mean, so what was the joke on Saturday Night Live? Wolf Blitzer, right? And they joked about him. They're like, he totally made that name up for the war. Yeah. But that made him a freaking star on CNN.
It's crazy that we're talking about, to me anyway, in my brain, we're talking about stuff that happened 2 decades ago. And it's like,
long
man, time. Yeah. Hey, Tim, what's going on, man? This song popping in here. The Doorman. Which news you don't know what they believe with the news anymore? That's why I'm watching Impact Wrestling. Yeah, Impact Wrestling's legit. You can't go wrong with Impact Wrestling, man.
I walked by this place. It was like a training kind of area, and it said, I thought of you because it said grappling.
Oh, nice.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
And I'd never seen that before. I didn't even know what that. I just figured it was like it's a kind of wrestling.
Yeah. Where was it?
So if you get off of On Nut, if you go east on Sukhumvit, you are on Nut.
Yeah.
If you walk down and you go left, I don't know. I think that's like Sukhumvit 50 or something.
Yeah.
But that's where my chiropractor is. So I just walk down that street. And
you were at Bangkok Fight Lab.
Was I?
Yeah. So there's
right across from it is an entrance to the freeway.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where I was. That little bridge.
Yeah. So right there is and inside, my friend Tammy has a restaurant there, Nourish Cafe.
Right to the left of it. It's cool looking.
It's on the top of. It's on the second floor of the gym. You got to walk in.
Oh, it might be
the
closed.
Gym. It might be, but it's because the gym's closed. But yeah, Tammy's got a vegan restaurant called Nourish, and my friend Morgan owns Bangkok Fight Lab.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder what they're doing right now.
Not a lot of no one's definitely training there. I can say that for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like the massage parlors that have their.
Yeah, no one's holding small group grappling practice at the gym. I promise you.
I love it when my buddies are like, "Dude, I hear every single massage place in Thailand is closed." I'm like, "That's because you're not here."
Yeah. Well, so regular Thai massage is open, right? It's the places that are licensed, like massage therapy places, are open.
Oh, yeah, the medical. Yeah.
You go to Healthland, or like even some of these little soy shops that have the license are open. Like if they're,
maybe that's.
It's the places that maybe engage in a little side business that
don't have a license.
That don't have a license and close.
Oh, maybe because they're like one of them is there. Like it's
so like around this neighborhood, right? Most of the places are. They do real massage, but they'll also jack you off.
Sure. I mean, it's Thai clientele, though.
Yeah, but it's so they're not like a legit spot. But like if you go to the Healthland, like they're open. It's licensed massage.
I didn't realize that.
The idea of closing massage parlors was to close down Soapies.
How many of those are there in Thailand? Maybe 50.
Maybe 50 in Hoi Kwong.
Really? Because I know of like areas where I know of the giant ones. Yeah. I'm sure there's ones that are small and gross.
Yeah.
But I know that, at the end of the day, there's 6 in Pattaya.
Yeah.
3 of them in Sabai,
And so there's like a bunch at Hoi Kwong, like Ramenai, that whole area, full of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then there's all these little small ones. And so those are so they just want to shut those down.
We should go over there. No, because I had no idea.
Live stream from the hot tub.
Absolutely. As long as it's before 6 p.m. when the talent is there.
Yeah.
So what day shift? What's the downside?
Hey, Paul T, what's going on? Oh, so yeah, Tim says, I just saw a video with Chris from Retired Working for You. Guess who was in that video? Not Mike. They toured his house where they're Chris came over, did a video at my house. We filmed this back in December, I guess. Before it was middle of December.
Okay, nice.
So that video dropped the other day. And
that's cool, dude. Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, so we talked about Bangkok Strange, we talked about everything. Yeah, he's awesome dude.
Yeah.
Great
he was
friend.
tiny in between us.
I saw go back and find the episode with Chris. So we were shooting, we've got that wide angle lens on the phone that we shoot with. So he's sitting in the middle. Mike and I are huge by
We
comparison.
look giant.
So this is a funny thing about this is funny about Mike. So when we're sitting, I look considerably taller than Mike.
I slouched to begin with, but
yes. But we were talking about this the other day. In reality, you're 3 centimeters taller than me. I look about 6 centimeters taller than you.
You're sitting here.
Sitting here. Mm-hmm. No, you're 10 centimeters. I look like 20 centimeters, 6 inches taller than you sitting here. But in reality, you're 10 centimeters taller than me.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So
inseam.
I've got these short legs and this long torso. Mike's got long legs, normal torso.
I guess I don't know. I mean, it's funny because when you told me that, in my mind, I thought that's weird because you look normal to me. So you don't look like you. So
I wear the high-waisted pants.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. It's deceiving because I do look at your crotch occasionally, like every time there's the sweep of the hand.
Yeah.
On the clock.
Yeah. Just to double check.
Dude,
still there.
Not excessive.
So. And it's just weird. Like it's funny. Like we sit down, I look so much taller. We stand up, you're taller than me. But Chris is shorter than both of us by far. He's sitting in the middle.
So wait, did this drop on the Dana Bluen channel or Idea?
No, it's on. No, so Dana Bluen channel became Idea Studio.
Understood.
So we filmed it here. Like so, we filmed it when it was the Dana Bluen channel. And we even said that. But then, like in the course of like the time that he was editing, I changed it. But he dropped that on his channel, so it's got like 60,000 views now.
God, I said it's so weird because I was like, because I thought I got all notifications for your channel.
Yeah.
So, but it's on his channel.
It's on his channel.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and then I saw he just dropped another one today. He's at Bangkok with his wife.
Yeah, Cross. Yeah, I saw that. That was.
I didn't watch it yet, but I've been there a few times. Jim and I actually filmed the whole ecotourism series there.
Yeah, it's nice. What's that other one? The smaller one up north?
Kokrat.
Kokrat. That's where I really want to go. I want to check that out next.
Kokrat's a day trip. Jim and I spent the night there at a homestay. It was okay, but it's like there's only like 4 hours of stuff to do at Kokrat.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, Bangkok. I mean,
you could spend 2 days at Bangkok, like getting through everything if you go around the whole island.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, there's a buddy that I met actually through David who owns a coffee shop over there.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's still open because every time I would show up, I had to send him a message online for him to come over. I mean, it would be open, like physically open, but he would like be back at his house because there's no customer. And so anyway, Oz is his name. Okay. Oz Coffee, actually. And so anyway, yeah, that's really. Wait, I gotta watch that then. What did you guys talk about?
He wants to like look at like my place. Because he does the condo tours.
Oh, so that's like, right.
Tour this spot. So we're obviously saying something wrong. So Jim's here with the tape measure.
You know what? The last time you did that when there was the cold room, it really was embarrassing. What? That's Thai humor.
How tall?
Right over the. Oh, okay. Hold on. Stand by.
Jim just shows up with the tape measure.
I hate when my female friends do this.
No. You sit.
Oh, sit.
Sure, like,
well, because
what's up, Josh?
Well, if I sit up straight, right, which I don't.
Hey, Paul T, what's up?
Oh.
See, normally I sit like this. Here, I sit like this.
That's why
I slouch. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sit straight.
Okay, that's. I mean, I could. Well, hello, chiropractor. I do. I promise.
So
this is me sitting.
Born Nomad Productions has the best comment here. He watches Bangkok Strange every week for the legit real news.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
139.
No fake news.
No, you sit up straight though, right? Yeah. Your back is on the back.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Like a 4 centimeter.
4 centimeter difference.
About because I don't have like
level.
Other piece. Yeah. Like.
You don't have a laser level? Huh? You have a laser level?
What?
Dude, give her the proper tools for
right. I gotta get this going.
Oh my god. So you travel with one of those, huh?
When the door opens, I'm like, oh, we're saying shit wrong.
Clearly. Well, yeah. I mean, because you judge quite a bit. What? Okay.
Talking about.
You want to stretch your neck?
Banka Chow.
I do want you to stretch my neck.
Banka Chow, Kokrat.
Dude, how cool would it be if I lived across the way? That's a rhetorical question, actually. The short answer is your facial expression is supposed to change in fear.
No.
That'd be awesome.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
It would be funny. Like, you can come to enjoy, like, our movie night, share popcorn so he not get fatter.
Yeah.
Are you overweight? Do you consider yourself overweight? I mean, because you're a big guy.
No, I am not. So I got to go back to the doctor in 2 weeks. I said I'm going to lose 10 kilos in 2 weeks.
That's doable.
Yeah.
Just eat differently.
So you guys hear that, right? That he say he gonna lose 10 kg in 2 weeks.
We edit this after. Chop
No.
It's just like
undocumented. No. It's just like we played an AC/DC song. Nowhere in the world will it.
because he keeps saying he's gonna lose weight, but every time you have to go to see the doctor.
Can we get her microphone? I hate when this happens.
No,
it's downstairs.
So bigger and bigger each time.
Yeah, yeah. So Jip pulls my file.
So
last time we're at the doctor.
Your file? She keeps a file?
No,
Jesus Christ! How much manila do you have?
No, we're at the hospital, and she pulls my file at the hospital, starts going through it, and she's like, "Yeah, you've creeped up like 6 kilos since you started coming here."
Nice work.
Can I see his record because they have to like
record
weight, height,
blood pressure, temperature
every time. So I go back to the first time and like see the progress of his.
Is it paper?
Yeah. They have a paper file.
Where are you going?
Chameleon.
So doctor, make a note right down.
You've been to Chameleon.
I have.
Did you notice that the Virgin Mary in front of Chameleon's a little Asian looking?
So here's the thing. When I see those things, that I find them so undesirable. I don't even see them anymore.
Well, I
see a Buddha.
So I grew up
eye
in
contact.
Rhode Island, right? So it's the most Catholic place ever.
Pretty fucking good.
So like it is like the most Catholic state percentage-wise in the U.S.
So Mass is probably more Protestant.
Yeah, I guess.
There's probably more Jews for one in Boston. Yeah.
But just in general, Rhode Island's like more than 50% Catholic or something. It's ridiculous. Okay. So and there's all these old Catholic churches, all these Virgin Mary statues,
tons of them.
So you see this kind of offbeat one in front of Chameleon. It's like a little Asian looking.
I mean, is it because of the eyes or the facial?
It's just the way it was carved as well.
Really?
There's some things about it. I'm like, it's localized. Right? You gotta. If you're marketing, you gotta localize the message to the
your audience.
Yeah,
that's the first. I mean, when you're making a PowerPoint, which we do regularly,
every day,
know your audience.
We actually have shared documents in PowerPoint. We're constantly just working on.
Yeah, we're in Dropbox all day long.
Everything gets converted out to PDF.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, and then we make it available on the website.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of websites, shop.bangkokstrange.com is getting a hell of a lot less traffic than I would like.
Yes.
And let's face it, this show, my needs.
Yes.
My fucking needs.
Actually, I've got 3 new shirt designs, probably drop next week. I'm
going
to upload them to the template.
Here's what's amazing to me. You've seen my website.
Yeah.
I got one logo. That's like the best I can do, and I did that in about 1998. So literally, literally that logo.
Yeah.
I asked a graphic designer. I described it, and I said I want it to be because the big.
Well, I know what happened last time you described something to a graphic designer.
Yeah, well, she wasn't a graphic designer. I think she had either that or she had Down syndrome.
That's a nice collection of clip art, Mike.
Dude, she was fucking hilarious. And he's talking about this lady that I got on Fiverr for literally a $5.
Yeah,
it was literally $5. Yeah. So you know what I like about the place across the way, though, similar to your place, is that it's got a non-shared wall, right? Like the end.
Yeah.
And I would put everything over there. Because, I'm sure you, hear your neighbors around.
No.
If they do something,
I hear their chickens. So sometimes,
in the house, they keep their chickens?
They have chickens out back.
Oh, yeah, outdoors. I'm talking you're in your bedroom and a pipe will do something. And
so the only things so my neighbors next this side, these are the most awesome neighbors now that they're not.
He's a nice guy, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a little kid.
Right.
And if he cries, you can barely hear it.
Smack him. The only thing you hear is the smack.
Yeah.
And nice.
No, but you barely hear anything.
Do you hear the microwave door close? Or?
The dryer.
Yeah. Up top. See, this is why we not having kids anytimesoon.com.
So I'll hear the chickens out back, and then the people directly behind me, because my kitchen's an extension, so it touches their wall.
Okay.
And so they make fucking chili paste every day.
Smack. So
how
do they do it like that? You got that fucking down.
Yeah.
Is that why you're wearing glasses right now?
Indeed.
I figured, yeah.
Super prescription.
Your hands are furry.
You see this one forearm?
I get it, guy. You're like Quagmire.
Yeah, so when
come on,
I had the image
of Quagmire. Giggity.
All right.
He's fucking awesome.
He is, yeah.
That's what we need on the show. Seth fucking MacFarlane.
Yeah. He went to RISD, Rhode Island School of Design.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if he grew up in Rhode Island, but he went to college there.
He definitely spent some time there. You can't fake that accent.
Yeah, you don't get call hog.
You have to live there for a certain.
Because you don't even say call hog in Massachusetts, right?
Call hog. That's how we would say it.
But yeah, so I'll hear them making chili paste at lunch every day, and that's it. Like that's
so that's pretty good.
But then the other upside is on the second floor. At least we have a window out the back.
Mm.
Yeah, so you probably would too. Like so, on that back wall, we have a little window. It adds a little extra airflow.
Well, you know, Jim, if you're listening, can you do me a favor and just like call those people? Because I would actually like to see the inside of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna do something like really cool, like a friggin' interview with you and Chris.
Yeah.
You know, here's what's interesting. I've been watching your channel, and again, back to the design thing.
Yeah.
But again, your flow is there. Like
Yeah.
I did a shitload of going to Phuket videos,
Yeah.
and then I like lost interest.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I'm not consistent with my channel, but yours grows. Like, are you getting more subs? I mean, you're getting more views on your live stream.
Yeah. So
without question.
since Chris's video dropped, I had 700 subs.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Boom.
That's cool. And you guys are very Bangkok.
400 hours of watch time.
That's the other thing. I mean, his friggin' editing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a film guy, obviously, right? But yeah. Now wait, hold on. You said across the way there's guys that occasionally make noise.
That was that house.
So really,
Yeah.
so the neighbor, like literally right across.
There's no one. Those two are both available, right? So
really,
yeah. So now, if you moved into the corner,
yeah,
there's no one next to you.
Why is the other one more expensive? Is that amenities? Like they have an upgraded kitchen or something? You don't even know. You don't know.
The different owners, right? Different price points. Yeah.
Okay, but they're both. It's just 2 stories.
Yeah. So that'd be a 2-bedroom. So you'd have a room this size.
Right.
So actually, no. It would be the mirror of the other side of my place. So you'd have that longer room and then the big bedroom up front.
Right. Because this is 2. In other words, the entryway would be 1/2 of your entryway.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I look at that, and I was looking at.
Actually, that one, it opens up, right? So like the whole front is glass, so you just walk right in.
You or across the way?
Across the way. So like their whole front is the open space, so it's ton of light that comes in.
Oh right, yeah.
And so the downstairs kind of wide open.
They have a balcony upstairs like yours, like the little thing overlook. You know, it would be nice.
No,
dude.
just a little Juliet balcony.
Because on yours, you cannot sit on that Juliet balcony because the sun is penetrating.
Pounding on
it. Would be shade for me. So I could sit there, basically judge you from across the way in my friggin' boxer shorts.
What are you doing over there?
Hey, Dana, what's going on? Jim says you're fat. You know,
I bet you could sit on yours and look into my the garden area and see. Nice. You could probably see the front entrance.
If I got a monkey, I could teach him to pee over there.
Yeah,
that would be tight.
Jump on the power cables, run across.
What's the downside?
Pee into the garden.
Come on, forget about it.
This is a day of training.
Here's the thing. So let's say for the sake of argument, $12,000 a month I pay for that, which is what I pay now.
Yep.
So I have a 50 square meter condo right now, and it's bigger than I thought I would have moving over here. So I'm like, I'm going to move over here. I'm going to travel. I was looking at my living room yesterday, and I don't have as much stuff certainly as yes, I have this equivalent of stuff.
Yeah.
I came over here with 3 pieces of luggage. That was my goal, 3 or less.
Yeah.
Now I have friggin' attachments and cables and converters, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a 2-story house full of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not moving anytime soon, though. And I'm always going to have a place in Bangkok.
Yeah. Might as well get something a little bit more posh.
Yeah, but
a little bit more local.
Can you imagine to furnish it? It would be so fucking distracting.
You throw a bed in there.
No, but I mean, I'd have to get like a decent couch and stuff.
Why?
Watch TV.
Oh, yeah, I guess. You'd have it, like downstairs would be like the perfect width, though. You'd have a nice, a nice little setup.
I would have something similar to this.
No, I mean like for like watching TV downstairs.
Yeah, like immediate, yeah. And again, see, but yours, I mean, you do need twice the square footage of that because you have a business. You have your life. Well, you have your living, and then you have your life, which is arguably probably takes up more attention units per day than you're sleeping. But that's interesting. Did you sign a 1-year lease moving in first time?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be like because I see a lot of these townhouses, and many of them are like 24-month leases, and for some reason I felt like that because here I am,
So if you get like a more modern one, they will.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But these are like very Thai.
Yeah, it's very. You could probably even get like month by month if you're like, I want to try it out.
Again, that would be quite a. Can you lease furniture over here?
I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, I would be concerned that it would be kind of dirty.
Yeah, I would just go to IKEA.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
I can always sell the IKEA stuff. I mean, I bet between here and the main street.
If you threw IKEA furniture on like buy sell Bangkok,
is that what you use?
Yeah, it'd be gone in like a couple days.
Yeah, it's half price. Bam, done. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, like any like IKEA from IKEA bought this time, sell for half price.
I like the idea of month to month to try it out because that was my paradigm for a while. I would Airbnb a place for like a week.
Here's the thing that's completely unfurnished. They just went through and cleaned it. Like these 3 ladies came and they just
top to bottom,
like scrubbed through the whole thing. One of the ladies was all cleaning out the gutter in front of the place. I mean, they were
good for. Yeah. Wow, I gotta hire them. That's a fish.
They went deep.
Good
and so it's all cleaned out. You'd be able to move right in, but you just got you would have to get furniture. So that's an IKEA trip, and then they'll deliver it. And good.
We had fun at IKEA.
Yeah,
it was kind of cool. We judged a lot. It was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, everyone non-white. Come on, you people are so lame.
All you Chinese people.
We are gonna go get soy fucking ice cream.
Yes.
Rub it all over my belly.
Now that they have the soy ice cream, I do like that soy ice cream.
It's interesting though that they give you the token.
Look at fucking Eric talking shit in the. Hey Joe, can you ban Eric?
Fucking minority nomad. How hilarious is that? You know, I gotta tell you, I was watching you guys, with the banter and stuff like that.
Why are Dana's glasses so tiny?
I gotta. So you can't see them.
Yeah, to make my head look bigger.
You get those beady eyes.
Yeah,
so that's pretty good. What else did you? Because I didn't have chance to watch. What else did you guys
talking about? He's supposed to be taking you out clubbing.
I really, really need to do that.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and so I was like,
"What are you talking about?"
So like they don't dance, right? And he's like, "No."
Right.
And I'm like, "So the music is lower." He's like, "No."
No, I know. But see, here's what's awesome about that. The fact that the normal people that don't dance, that means when I show up with my troupe of BKK.FM dancers,
the lady boys,
people will not be able to pay it, and then everyone will see them.
We debated on the live stream if Chad actually let that one lady boy suck his dick or not. And we couldn't come to a conclusion, yes or no.
I mean, at his age, let someone suck. I mean, come on. As long as you're blindfolded, it's like whatever. You just picture.
That was the most hilarious part of that video. Like all the girls like, "Oh, I'm like 28 years old. I'm from this place." This one girl, she's like, "I'm like 24. And I'm here to suck Chad's dick."
Wait, she seriously said that?
And then he
on his video with the go-karts?
Yeah.
I did not hear her say that.
She said it like 2 or 3 times.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How did I miss that?
So I'm like, all right.
Wow.
I'm like, so Eric, do you think he actually let her do it? He's like, hard to say. I don't know.
I would consider. Yeah, I think he would. But that's what I need to get a flock though. See, that's what I want. I want a bunch. And so Eric, let me throw this idea out there to get BKK.FM some promotion, basically with let's say between 20 to 40.
Yeah.
1835 would be the standard.
Yeah. Well, what's the age of the clubs?
Probably south of 40 on average, I would say.
Joe P with the facts. It happened.
Absolutely. Of course it did. Because what I want to do is because that would be sort of a marketing thing. You get a whole bunch of ladyboys in like say t-shirts. Yeah,
BKK.
Let's say BKK.FM all over them, and then they go out there and they start dancing. People, because like if all of a sudden like 4 girls jumped out on the dance floor in a nightclub, just regular girls in Bangkok, would everyone be like, oh, I mean, would they pay attention? They'd be like, "What the hell are they doing?"
I cannot answer that.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's why Eric is so valuable. Not the least of which is he's a great food person.
He's an okay pizza guy. Can't put him in that great.
Yeah, that was the only comment I made. I said Paula's number 2. Right?
You know what we figured out is like our relationship did start over pizza. It started him and I arguing in someone else's video comments about Paula.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, and then. Yeah, we've been friends ever since.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so I do, and because I want to do, and I'll tell you what, I'm actually very excited that they don't dance because I want to go there and just like literally observe everything. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. I don't want to dance. I don't want to feel pressure.
Oh, to do it. 15 to late 30s.
Yeah. Okay.
What clubs are you going to, Eric? 15-year-olds.
Well, no, but I mean, look, big city, modern. The 15-year-olds, they're all excited because they. It's funny. I was going to say they look older.
No, they look like 5.
30-year-olds look 50.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Jib, I would say, honest to God, dude, we're a little bit changed since we've been here. Yeah. We can estimate it a little bit better. But if you're from the U.S., you've never been here, you see Jib.
Yeah.
Dana is dating a freshman.
Yeah.
Basically, would be the statement.
Especially when Jib's wearing her school uniform.
Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious. It's like she doesn't have the belt that goes around it.
No, because her school doesn't. They don't have that.
Yeah,
that's the uniform for that school.
She needs a 57-inch belt.
Yeah,
to be able to really
wrap around 6 times.
Absolutely, yeah.
And put like a Hello Kitty clip on the back.
Yeah, Hello Kitty. Of course. But
yeah, I'm such a perv. Like her uniform looks more like a high school uniform than a university uniform.
Because that is literally the exact uniform. They wear the light blue.
Just about the high school kids wear a polo.
Her shirt is her skirt longer than normal. She goes down to the ankles, doesn't it? Her skirt.
They make that skirt. No, hers is like just below the knee.
Okay, because it looked long.
The school she goes to makes their uniform for them. So
wow,
you don't have any leeway. You can't shorten the skirt. You can't change the shirt.
Okay,
that's what it is.
Okay,
so the difference is high school kids wear like a polo shirt. Whereas, so she's at least got the button up, but the blue color of the skirt, the shirt style, it could definitely be a high school.
So her shirt, it's got like the collar, like that kind of goes down, and then she has a pin on there, right?
Yeah.
That's what. Oh, I didn't.
Oh, he even says shooting a bit high. Damn.
So okay, so as obviously you think this is a joke, but this is actually a real question, and you guys both know me, so you know why I'm asking. What is the earliest that we can get there and still have sort of the club experience? Like, in other words, if we get there at like 10 p.m., it's going to be empty. I'm not going to be able to get any sort of data gathering by watching the crowd.
Yeah.
Is the earliest like probably 1 a.m.? Probably, huh?
Yes, Eric, like old man Mike, like how late could he stay out? Did you like pass out like eating noodles with Eric? You're like, sun's going down, big guy.
So, you know what? Here's the thing. I love Eric, and I love those noodles, and I had an awesome time hanging out with him. But like about 50%, the last 50% of our conversation, I was so fucking distracted with my back pain.
Oh, yes, you're in the heat of it, yeah.
It was literally 12 hours before I went to my first chiropractor appointment, and I was in so much pain. We're sitting on these friggin' stools, right? Because we're like the tallest people in the entire neighborhood. But yeah, I was distracted. So I want to redo that now that I'm feeling better. But I do need to figure out, like, okay, Mike, as long as, like, if you take a fucking nap, old man, or you just, like, slam Red Bull.
So Token and Minority are both saying 11.
11 p.m.?
I don't know if you can do that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, come on. One night.
I don't hear from Mike for like 6 days. We talk every day. 6 days in a row. I don't hear. I'm like, Mike, you dead?
You there?
Sending the police over to his apartment. He's like, I'm just sleeping.
You know what's funny too is because I used to be a night guy.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
Then I started trying. Right.
Well, cocaine, right?
So there's that.
Yeah.
That means that was. I'm trying to think my shortest run.
Peruvian pure.
Probably 36 hours.
Really?
Was the shortest amount. I would usually go.
How much cocaine gets you to 36 hours? In dollar amount.
Oh, dollar?
Yeah.
Just under $1,000.
$1,000 to push you 36 hours.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And that was your shortest run.
Okay, so I'm 20.
And those are like $1980.
Yeah, 1990 basically.
1990.
Like I don't remember anything that happened in 1991. I was literally numb the entire year. I was spending.
Look at Eric.
So I'm like 20. So I'm 21 years old.
Yeah.
22. I'm 22. I'm spending about $6,000 a month
on cocaine.
Yeah.
How much on booze?
Probably like 2,800, like $3,000.
So you're basically 10 grand in a month.
Well, so the booze is a different because I used to work in nightclubs.
Yeah.
So I could always just like wave to the bartender and give me free booze.
You also sold cocaine to pay for your cocaine. So like, how much were you?
Yeah, but I wasn't generating profit. I can tell you that right now.
You're just snorting it.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of
it. Enjoying the smells.
I just love the smell of it.
Yeah,
actually. Which is funny too, because if you talk to someone who like it really did cocaine, they're like, it smells like crap. Yeah. I mean, unless you buy pure, it's always cut with something. Fuck.
Token says that's a good Tony Montana pile of coke.
Yeah.
So I remember you telling me about like in San Diego, you could get like really pure cocaine. We
got pretty good cocaine, because at the end of the day, a lot of it came through the tunnels in TJ. And that's where we bought it from usually.
So they know the tunnels existed back then? Like now they have like the radar of all the tunnels.
They know the tunnels exist now.
No, I know, but I'm saying they have radar of it, like ground penetrating visuals.
Yeah.
Like in the 90s, were they as known, or were like, did they know they existed, they didn't know where they were, type of thing?
So the short answer is they knew a lot less about everything back then, just because the communication was, finite.
Not in California, but I think it was in Texas not that long ago. They found a tunnel with a tank in it.
Really?
Yeah, they were trying to drive a tank into the U.S.
That's weird. I mean, I guess they could probably get more sophisticated with the tunnels. I mean, they literally do come up inside of a warehouse, like in San Ysidro down there. But
everyone's joking. You'd fall asleep half an hour after getting there.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Take a nap, wake up at 10, get to the club at 11, fall asleep in the VIP booth at 11:30. Because if you
red velvet ropes around
you go with Eric, right? You're not just hanging out in the normal spots. You go with Eric, you're going to like some fucking VIP shit.
So that's a question, because I wouldn't necessarily want to hang out there.
Yeah.
Because then I get a finite sample set. VIP, it's like, okay, great, we're hanging out with a whole bunch of people that basically, hey, Eric, is it like in Vegas where basically the majority of the people that are doing bottle service simply cannot afford it? They're just trying to impress themselves, and then they literally go to a nightclub like twice a year. Yeah. So they have like the cash, and they like, go like a friggin' gangster. Or is over here, it's like, no, they just go.
I think everyone just buys bottles here. That's a common thing.
Bottle service. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it probably doesn't cost as much as it does in Vegas, for Christ's sake. We used to get bottles, $25,000.
Like Eric goes to some cigar bar. He's got like bottles on reserve there.
Oh, he has his own little locker.
Yeah, that's a common thing here.
Yeah, I remember guys that were really into wine and whiskey back in San Diego. They would have their own.
Eric says no.
No to VIPness. We would be hanging out with the regular people.
VIPness.
By my VIPness, I just like throw it on the ground.
Slap it on the table.
Let me in.
Says it makes far more sense. Yes, I think like the bottle thing it's cheaper here than buying drinks all night.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! So that's free then.
I was at a restaurant once with Jay. We're having lunch, and he was drinking his pound, putting a few away.
Jay?
Yeah, Dapperville and Jay.
Oh, your business partner.
Yeah, and so he was like, "Oh, I should just buy a bottle of this." He asked like how much the bottle was, and they were like $2,600. And this is like we're having lunch at an Indian restaurant. Yeah, and he's like,
"Wait, was it decent stuff, or was it like vodka?"
It wasn't vodka. It was like whiskey. So it was like Johnny Walker.
Really?
So it's definitely marked up.
Brand name.
But it's like 2,600 baht is like maybe double the price of buying it at the liquor store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess because it would be like $40, right, a bottle.
Yeah, maybe. Which is still overpriced.
Well, yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah. So Eric just says like a bottle's like 2,500 baht. Average, and you can keep it. So Token Nomad says, I love that concept of leaving your name on the bottle, come back whenever you want. I once left the bottle on the shelf for 6 months, it came back, it was still there.
Yeah, of course, sure.
I think that's the thing all over Asia. Like I remember I was in Sarawak, and we were going out with one of my friends who lives there, Shuang Wang, and a bunch of us go out, and we go to a spot, and his family owns half of Sarawak, right?
Wow.
So we roll into this bar that his cousin owns it, and it's a cool spot. Like you go, there's a restaurant next door, and he brings us like through the kitchen. There's a hole in the wall, and you walk through the hole in the wall into the bar.
That's kind of cool.
And he's got like 20 bottles on the shelf with his name on it.
Yeah, nice.
So they're pulling down like his Yamasaki's. There's like he's a blue label up there.
Yeah, cool.
He's like, oh yeah, that's mine. He's like, let's try this, and And next thing I know, I turn around, he's behind the bar making drinks for us.
Well, it's his, yeah.
It's his cousin's place.
Yeah, it's fun.
He's kind of like would be like a version of a Kennedy in Sarawak.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know where you grow up, so the whole penetration that they have.
Yeah.
They own all of Chappaquiddick.
Speaking of penetration,
so I pulled the towel back just like you did, which was interesting. Yeah, I want to go. Maybe I'll go this weekend. Like do so. And is that the other thing too? Can we go to the? Well, again, Eric and I actually already talked. I was like taking notes and stuff.
Of course you were.
There was what did he call it? I love heels. He referred to it as heels, but I believe the place is like I Heart Heels or something like that. Okay. And I can't remember why. I think that was like a cabaret show. But yeah, I definitely
penis.
Get
the tape measure out again.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, do not have the air conditioning on when Jim follows me around with a fucking ruler.
So it's called Heels. Where's it at?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't know where any of these places are that he told me about. But
Token says even the Thai places in SF will let you do it, but yeah, not common in the US.
San Francisco, you mean?
Yeah.
Is that what he means by SF?
Yeah.
There are Thai places. There are Thai nightclubs in San Francisco.
I guess that's what he's saying.
Did you know this?
I did not, but Token's in that area. He would know. So it's Steve. Steve's in that area.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's
special stuff
called Jitterbug? It's for older people.
Yeah. I know. My buddy actually, he started that company. It's out of San Diego.
Really?
Yeah. You open it up, it has dial tone. They generate dial tone, and it's got like not big rubber bumpers.
Heels is a ladyboy cabaret.
Yeah. Maybe that was it. I was like, yeah, where can I go for it? Because I want to find well, there's a couple things I've always wanted to do, and of course now that I have more.
I know a guy that could hook you up with some ladyboys. His name's Tony.
So here's the problem: is that while I'm sure they would be lovely people, I really want to get ones that are like accomplished. Like I don't want to do the standard. Oh my God, this because most guys are like, oh yeah, ladyboy.
Token confirms. Yes, Thai nightclubs.
God, that would be really cool, man.
Wild, yeah.
Check that out.
So, Eric's saying Austin also. Damn.
Wow. Because I'll tell you, I was struggling to try and find sort of a Thai community in San Diego to hang out with. And
LA has Thai Town.
Thai Town sucks. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's just like there's more Korean restaurants on the damn street. It's a real bummer for sure. I mean, it's not like you're walking down like Soy 20 or something.
Roy Good says many British pubs will keep your own glass or mug in the bar solely for the use of the customer to drink. Well,
we did that at AA meetings, actually. You have your own coffee cup.
Really? Kind of well, I guess in the COVID times, it makes sense.
Yeah. I told you that's the reason why I need to spend more time, right? Because the older guys are not.
My pillow guy, Mike Lindell? Huh? You also know My Pillow guy.
My Pillow is the name of the company.
Oh, is it?
No, I don't know him.
What kind of company? My Pillow? Sounds like a sex doll company with a shady name.
Trying to remember what they do. I think they do the custom design delivered mattresses.
Holy shit! San Francisco Bay Area has over 80,000 Thai population. That's wild.
Wow. I wonder how many there are in San Diego. Probably not as many.
What's that other mattress place? Like Blue Mattress or something like that? That they sell purple. Yeah, they sell the memory foam.
Yeah, they deliver it and they take your. Yeah, I mean it's a great paradigm. I mean, again, if you can get it delivered for a reasonable price and still make profit,
I always think that these places that do like, oh, we're cutting out the middleman, direct to consumer, but the prices aren't that different.
No, absolutely not.
Right, you're just paying the same amount so they make more profit.
But don't forget, people actually feel better about buying something that doesn't have a middleman. There's no way those people are sewing their own goddamn mattresses.
No,
they are outsourcing that to a mattress manufacturing company
Have you ever seen how the memory foam mattresses are made?
No, I don't think so.
They pour it like cake,
right,
and so they mix.
But does it expand?
No, they pour it in and it settles. They pour layers.
Maybe I have seen it. Yes, I have. And how it works, kind of YouTube
mold,
channel.
And it's like a silicone mold. They pop them out and trim it to size.
Yeah,
to go.
Pretty sweet, right?
Yeah,
a lot of manual labor involved. So I think
it's not as I thought. They would just like they get these things of foam and they roll through it. And get
right.
My Suburban Beard, he used to make sponges as a side gig.
Cellulose sponges?
Like he used to there's a guy who had sponge manufacturing in his garage. Beard would show up and just punch 1,000 sponges, go home, come back the next day, punch 1,000 sponges.
That's crazy. How could you compete with 3M? Like, how are you fucking?
No, it's some guy that had like his own like niche with sponges.
Oh, and it's like natural sponges.
I don't know, but I just know he said he used to go there and there was like a press and he would just.
I think he was giving you bullshit because he had a really exactly. He's like, yeah, Dana, I do this all day long, and they pay me like, well, I really don't care what they pay me.
The arm.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No, because it was just he's like, look, if I got an extra hour, I drive there and I just
extra hour, just do this all day long in some guy's garage.
Joe, wait, you're black?
Exactly. Yes, I am.
He's like, I've been watching Minority Nomad's channel for a year. You're black?
Yeah. I just figured the lighting was weird.
I heard Boston Dynamics has a side gig with Thai AI.
Boston Dynamics is fucking amazing. Friggin' amazing.
For 37 years, I'm on a being black streak.
That's cool.
But were you born that way?
Like
the Lady Gaga song says.
Lady Gaga's interesting. She's like 5'2".
Is she? That's right. You know, she's not. This is a funny thing. She's like traditionally not super attractive. But she's pretty attractive.
No, she's not. I don't think so.
No, but it's like the uniqueness of her makes her attractive.
Okay, yeah, exactly, right, sure.
Like traditionally, from a traditional sense, not attractive.
No.
But the uniqueness of the way she, like some people are like that. Their uniqueness makes them attractive.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with that. I'm actually gonna try that.
Their physical uniqueness.
Like if I have a Gay Earth shirt, all of a sudden,
your unique personality does not make you attractive at all.
God damn it.
Google says there are 40,000 Thais living in the UK as of the 2011 census. UK still exists? Or you thought you guys fell apart?
You know, it's weird if you think about like how proliferated is that the right word? The US dollar is globally. Whenever you go to a website and you want to like change your currency, you click on the British flag. You notice that?
Same for English. If you want to change your language, it's
yeah,
the British flag.
Yeah. Now that language I get. I mean, they started it.
Yeah, but we perfected it.
Well, yeah.
We stopped that whole Z bullshit.
XYZ always bothered me because my Canadian...
I'm pretty sure that we fought the American Revolution over the pronunciation of the last letter of the alphabet.
Well, that and the ridiculous price of tea.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking come on, guy.
That's why we prefer coffee in America.
What do you want us to do? Invent our own morning beverage?
Exactly.
We're going to dump this stuff into the goddamn river.
I mean, the Hike is on this crazy penny kick now since he subscribed to Beard's channel.
Oh, yeah, sure. I don't blame him.
All he wants is penny deals. Have you been going to Dollar General out there, Hike?
I bet his girlfriend's name is Penny.
You got a girlfriend named Penny, Hike?
Yeah.
Have you found one yet? In the Valley, specifically Santa Clara, there are Korean clubs that do not want your business. Signage only in Korean. Wow.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I don't care.
I would go there just for the hell of it.
Why?
I thought you lived in Thailand so long it was a tan.
Yeah, see? There you go. Yeah.
So the same thing happens in Florida?
Maybe less.
El Camino, we tried to get it. So are there any, speaking of El Camino, you ever see an El Camino in California? Because California has a lot of older cars that exist due to lack of salt.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's Volkswagen Bugs that are just,
Well, they just stopped making those like a few years ago.
No. I literally bought the last year. It was 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last year that they made them that style.
Yeah.
I paid 68,000 pesos, which was at the time, I think it was about $7,000. Wow. Drove it across the border. Wow. I had a Mexican address, so I registered in Mexico. I had Mexican plates. Really cool car.
Now, could you register it in America, like after you bring it in?
So the short answer is yes, but you had to go, like if you're in California, you would have to go through a whole bunch of emissions delta. I sold it to a couple out of Washington State, and there was a community up there for some reason that did not have emissions regulations.
What?
So I know. So I literally wrote them the thing they had to do was import it into the U.S. and pay like some import tax or whatever. But yeah, I sold it on eBay. They showed up at my house.
Wow.
And then I sold it for like, I don't know.
Awesome cars.
It was a great car.
Yeah.
In fact, if you want, you can go to, I can show you pictures of it. If you want to go to my website and show that up there.
Yeah.
Just go to bigi.net/VW.
Big I.
No, BIGI.net/VW.
Yup. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, price 74,000 pesos.
74,000, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look at that engine, dude.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The engine was made in, I think, either Canada or Germany.
I'm going to share this screen, guys.
Good restroom.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find that tape measure. Prove her wrong.
Can come back here with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Share screen. Chrome tab. Untitled document from Big Eye. Yeah, so guys, check this out. This is Mike's old VW that he bought in Mexico, 2001. Drove it up to California and sold it. Look at the engine on this thing. That's gorgeous. And this was $8,000 US in 2002 he purchased it. $8,000 US. This is insane. That's a beautiful car. Look at that. Wow. I'm guessing this was the stock engine. I don't think Mike's he's not a gearhead. He's out in the bathroom at the moment, emptying out ye old bladder. He drinks like 40 waters and Diet Cokes while he's here. That is a minimalist interior if I've ever seen it, though. It's got like a toggle switch on it. Look at that bumper. That rear bumper is wild. Man. That is, I mean, it's just cool. Now, I've always wanted to drive in the Baja.
That's right. Was it 2003?
It's 2002.
2002. Okay.
Look at this. So this is new, off the line, right?
Yeah, no license plate yet.
The stock engine.
Yep.
And
look, you see the fire extinguisher inside? It's fucking hilarious.
Look at this bumper. That's wild.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, no impact.
I was saying, though, this is a minimalist interior if I've ever seen one. Is that carpet on the dash?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's all like plastic, hard plastic and stuff. But yeah, I was so stoked. I mean, I went down. I literally threw it on my credit cards. Chase calls. They're like, "Yeah, we're seeing a big charge from Mexico." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm buying a car down here." She's like, "You can do that?" I'm like, "Yes, the world is global." Actually, want to see my other card? Just go to /rolls.
/rolls.
Yeah.
Let's pull that up. ROLES.
LLS, as in Royce.
Ah.
I think that's the there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a fun car. The
what'd you pick that up for? More than 8,000.
Yeah, no, but not much more. I paid like 13,000 for it.
Really?
Yeah, because I bought it off of this guy. He was a dentist in La Cañada, in basically Los Angeles, and he had 17 of them, and I bought this off.
He had 17 Rolls
17,
Royces.
yeah. I guess dentistry is fairly lucrative.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so yeah, he had 17 of them, and this one, the paint was bad, and so I bought it for $12,500.
I like how I can see a reflection of your shirt.
My shirt, exactly. You like
high chrome bumper.
And anyway, so I drove it home, and I'll tell you, here's what's interesting. I bought the paint from Rolls-Royce, and I had like 1 day paint and body put it on there because they had like no business. I drive up with this thing with all this paint in the trunk. These guys are fucking stoked because they got nothing to do.
Was this an ashtray in the door?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. And yes, I had a bottle of Grey Poupon in the glove box. But it was an amazing car, and the rear windows, the motor wouldn't roll it down. Yeah, it only had 79,000 miles on it, I think.
Wow.
Is that 7? Yeah, and then I could have sold it for like 25, 30,000 in the year 2000.
Yeah.
And then I decided to put it on the market in August of 2001. Guess what happened in September of 2001?
I remember something happening.
Yeah. The luxury car market pretty much cratered right after that.
Does it have a leather floor?
Yes. It also had shag carpet.
This is high beams, right?
Yeah,
right
high beam, low beam. Yeah. That was a fun car. That was a really fun car. But I had to replace the motors for the rear windows, $1,500 each.
Wow.
That was fucking amazing. But here's what's crazy. So I took all of the chrome off. I took everything off and removed the hubcaps. I really should have taken a picture because a Rolls Royce without the chrome, without the thing, it looks like a fucking Pontiac. I was just like, oh my God, dude. But yeah, it was a really fun car and driving it around. Here's what was crazy. It was the same, like I'd drive it to a restaurant and they would be like, oh no, just leave it in front. Because I guess they wanted their restaurant. So I'm like, bro, this is like a $25,000 car. But so over-engineered. So two brake calipers on the front. The goddamn thing was so heavy. General Motors transmission, thing lasts forever.
That's why. So you ended up selling in 2001?
I sold it in 2002. Finally, after the market kind of came back, but yeah, on eBay.
Okay.
Sold it to a guy in upstate New York, and it was interesting. Here's how you sell a Rolls Royce to someone who really likes Rolls Royces. First of all, you don't sell it to anyone who just like wants a car. You sell it to someone who's like a British car aficionado. So this guy, he said to me, he's like, okay, look, I'm going to send you all the money, and then you send me a copy of the, or he said, send me a copy of the title. I'll send him a copy of it. He goes, all right. So he like wires all the money to my bank, like gives me all the money, and he's
up front.
Yeah. And then he says, okay, well, I just like got a car shipper. He's like, just drive it over to this place and then give him the keys, and then, just take a cab home and I'll pay for that too.
Wow.
So, I mean, talk about like the way that they fantasized eBay would work with a ridiculous amount of trust.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got 12 miles to gallon.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Giant engine, enormous engine. And it's interesting, in the owner's manual, they tell you how much oil it burns.
Yeah.
Because that was the design back then. I mean, they were like, it's 71. 70.
How often did you have to add oil to it?
They recommend every time you fill up, actually, but probably like once every couple months. But that was the thing, is that I would always go to these restaurants, right, and they'd want to park it out front. And I would let them know, I said, dude, there's going to be an oil patch, like when I leave, like it's going to leak, right? And so no, it doesn't matter. So they would park like right next to these Ferraris. They cost like 150. I'm like, dude, it's a, he's like, that doesn't matter. It's a Rolls Royce, so.
Joe says that you guys get your coffees. I think, is he sending us coffee? Oh yeah, thank you very much, Joe.
Oh wait, you
might have a smoothie.
You have a Buy Me a Coffee?
Buy Me a Coffee. So I bought buymeacoffee.com. CAW.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, isn't that the default name of it?
Coffee, not coffee.
CAWFE. Yeah. Good for you, dude. That's nice.
So I basically just ripped off your It basically just ripped off your buy me a smoothie.
Nah, buy me a smoothie. Yeah. Now, thank you, Joe. He does that regularly. Thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate it. That's awesome.
Sir. You rock.
Because that's a lot, actually. So I'm trying to think how much the coffees I buy. 20 baht, right?
Yeah.
66 cents.
Cafe Baron. Yeah.
Which I didn't. I should get one of those this morning.
It's a lot of coffee. Joe also bought a bunch of cake for Jib through the Buy Me a Coffee. He's like, oh, this one's for Jib. Cake.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah, that's true because you're just giving money. It's not necessarily coffee.
So we'll actually be making a video soon, and because Eric he posted up one of his videos where he went to River City, and it's like there's a whole art thing there now.
River City.
So it's a old mall on the it's like a high-end tourist mall on the river across from Peninsula, I believe. And I've got a meeting over there down that way next week. And so I might be stopping in there to film some stuff, and then we'll stop off to like probably Icon Siam, and Jib will grab some cake.
Cake, nice, very cool. Yeah. Icon Siam's gorgeous. I mean, and then there's not a shitload of Chinese people there now too.
They're building it up into. They're going to expand it or something.
Yeah, northward, right? Isn't that where they have the extra?
Joe says 3-in-1, and just to make sure, 3-in-1 isn't coffee, guys. That's so everyone knows.
It is. It's funny because. I did that juice thing,
and
the guy's like, "Okay, well, if you drink coffee in the morning," I said, "Look, to be fair, I basically drink sugar."
Yes, you did.
So that's
coffee flavored sugar.
I stopped doing that. I had one 3-in-1 over the last week. I don't need caffeine.
You're doing the juice, right?
No, well, yeah, but I'm done now.
You're done.
It's a little. I mean, it was. I love the guy, and actually, I'm meeting with him later on because we're going to talk about how to like improve the company. He wants me to do some consulting, which is a really fun project.
Yeah.
Because again, at the end of the day, he sells very expensive juice, like a week's of juices.
6,000, you said?
7,500 baht.
What's that? 280?
I'm like, bro, my rent is 12,000 baht, and you're gonna give, and that lasts me a month.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna give me juices for 1 week.
Yeah.
But they're really ridiculously awesome quality, and they deliver them.
Yeah. Still, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot, but here's the thing: is that it's one of those sort of niche products, not niche, vertical, but I really like it because it's one of those deals where if you were to throw it on top of the supply demand curve, it's in the far right, where if it doesn't cost a lot of money, people won't buy it. Right. So I kind of like stuff like that. Like I love, working on things that are, overpriced. So it's pretty cool.
What's the other friend of mine? Oh, wait, I just want to throw this out there because Steve is correct. 3-in-1 is not coffee.
You're right.
Let's just be clear.
That's right. So it's 3-in-1.
Yeah, it's 3-in-1. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine had an English Mark II Ford Cortina made in '69. We drove all over Mexico in '74.
Nice. That'd be fun.
Ever had Cuban coffee? Like you actually talking about Cuban, Cuban roast? You talking about the coffee with the condensed milk in it that they make?
Is that Cuban coffee or Vietnamese coffee?
No, so Cuban coffee they like scorch the condensed milk or they scorch the milk.
Never had that.
I think it's called cafe con leche.
Con leche, yeah. All that means is with milk and.
Yeah, but it's like they scorch the milk and it gives it like a sweet texture.
One of the first girls, basically the first girl that I had as a solid girlfriend, her name was Jamelia. She was from Morocco, and this was in Boston. The way she used to make.
You've talked to me about her.
Oh, she was gorgeous. Oh my God. Anyway, the way she used to make coffee in the morning is she would get like a saucepan and she would put milk in there and she would boil it to the point where the foam comes over.
Yeah. And then so that's what they. So it's scorching. You scorch the milk and then add that to the coffee, and that's Cuban.
It was friggin' delicious.
I believe. So I believe that's what I believe that's what Richard's talking about when he says Cuban coffee, because I think that's how. Usually, like if you're in like Tampa, Miami, and you get Cuban coffee, that's what you get.
I really like the west coast of Florida, and I just love it. If I had to move back to the U.S.
Really.
Yeah, I would live in the West Coast, like Naples.
Eating Cuban sandwiches with your 3-in-1 at lunch.
I would probably have a Cuban sandwich, although ham, you can only handle so much of that.
They love that ham though.
Yeah.
Cubans, that bread that they make the Cuban sandwiches with, and they smash it, and it gets like super dense.
I've always noticed that I really need to be cautious about Thai people that say they love ham.
Yeah, it's.
Because if you know ham, you get that a lot. Ooh, ham soy.
No, not so much.
You guys know what that means? Jib's going to start beating me with a ruler.
Hike says, can you get Folgers coffee over there? Thankfully, no.
Yeah,
thankfully, no.
Yeah, we buy it at the fucking, what do you call it? Macro.
Yeah, probably. Do they sell Folgers? I mean, even Folgers would be expensive here because they sell, because we're a coffee producing country. Everything, coffee imports are very highly taxed.
So because they even call it the coffee monopoly, right?
Yeah.
Is it okay? The best coffee I've ever had, Blue Mountain Coffee, Jamaica.
Yeah, so we were talking about this the other day with Eric because Joe sent some of the sugar daddies over to Jib, right? Like that old caramelized milk candy.
Yeah.
So, and I was talking with Eric, like, asking him, like, what do you miss, right? And like candy wise, like, what's nostalgia for you?
Oh, from the U.S., you mean?
Yeah, and so like I was saying, like, do you remember Necco wafers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's one of the things that like I'm nostalgic about. Like my grandparents used to keep them in the house.
Necco wafers or Nilla wafers?
Necco wafers.
Necco
like
wafers?
the little roll of sugar wafers.
Oh yeah, I don't miss them, but yeah.
But like I'm nostalgic about that. What candy brings you back to
the U.S.?
Yeah.
I call the building 101.
And did you say ham sawai to them?
Huh?
What? Go ahead.
100K
100K a month.
Sorry?
100K a month for that building, the 101.
Yeah. How many square feet total?
300 square meters.
Square meters.
4,000.
4,000.
Okay.
Yeah, 4,000 square feet.
Has a 3 parking.
So
So it's 100 square meters
We're
per
talking.
floor.
We're talking with Jib about this building and
The lease
on
is like 1 to 3 years.
1 to 3 years. Okay. Thank you for this, by the way.
And
Go ahead.
can use a foreign name.
Okay.
Okay.
But if you pay like a check upfront, like a monthly, like you sign a check.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Yeah, for the duration.
Yeah. It will go down to 95,000.
Oh, that's fuck him. I give him 75, maybe.
$120 off.
Yeah. Blow me.
Has a AC and current, but no furniture inside. You have to.
Yeah, no furniture. It's got. I'm sure it's got salt fiber to it. So it's 100 square meters.
400.
300 square meters. Okay, so it's 100 square meters per floor.
4 floors.
4 floors.
4 floors.
Oh.
That's what he said, and 3 parking.
You didn't have a kind of tease like, well, can I sublet it? Or, I mean, it's probably not a good idea.
So guys, we're talking about, we're just having a conversation.
Office building near where I live in my condo.
So Mike sent the photo.
Is that a lot? So for a 4-story building, 100,000 baht a month?
Well, it's
$3 grand?
It's on 101/1 bed, which is a main soy.
Yeah, it's on one. Yeah.
And it's like street level.
It's right next to these ridiculously hip restaurants now. It's got like this little.
So maybe it's good if you have business, like you can put business downstairs.
Yeah. Rent out the first floor to like a cafe or a restaurant. Pay your rent. Yeah.
Like
interesting.
I can add line and ask more questions if you feel like
Thank you.
it's okay. For
yeah. I was just gonna. I mean, again, it would have to. Unfortunately, part of the business model would be now being a friggin' landlord and releasing it, and I have zero desire to.
That's work.
Yeah.
Business is not going well. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, true, right?
Do you have a piece of red electrical tape on your face, or is that just? Oh, that's the shadow from the. Interesting. Anyway, sorry. So, no judgment. I mean, I thought it looked kind of cool.
I think the idea would be like you have a hard time filling that downstairs with a business that could stay for a year and keep paying.
Yeah, no, totally.
Just like stay low or.
Did you call the monkey house landlord?
Oh, is that what you call it across the way?
Yeah.
Because of the pee?
Because of the people.
People, yeah.
Oh, they were monkeys.
They act like monkeys. Like act wild when they get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna be pissed when I get drunk then.
Yeah. That's why we have the CCTV camera.
I'm kind of a.
People are gonna be like, they're gonna be, oh shit, we got a second Farang in the neighborhood.
Why is he buying so much flour? Well, it turns out it's not flour. So thank you for that. That's very interesting, right? I mean, you'll have to cruise over. You'll have to cruise over sometime. Actually, you guys have never seen where I live. No. I mean, I'll just totally deflate all the blow-up dolls, throw them underneath the bed. You'll never see anything.
So you gotta get the high quality ones like Tony. His isn't inflatable; it's actual silicone.
You want to see the ones I sell? We don't have to display it.
Yeah. What is
Girlfriendio.com. Girlfriendio.com. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So was it a Thai person?
Huh?
Was it a Thai person?
Yeah, the guy who have a call. He's Thai.
Yeah.
Speak Thai.
You think his English was pretty good? Because that
sure.
The way that they're there's no signage in Thai on this building. It's all English. So that's when I thought I'd cry.
Rent and lease. That's it.
No, in the banner, yeah. No, but I'm talking like all the signage that's on the building and that sort of thing.
So Thai can understand rent.
Yeah, sure, of course. What about across the way? Do you mind calling those people? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Call the monkey house. Let's get them down to 10. We'll have Mike as a neighbor.
So you give me extra 2,000, right?
Offer him 6. No, I'm not joking.
Huh?
Offer them 6.
Jib wants the Delta.
Offer them $6,000 a month, and I'll pay everything up front.
Oh, 6,000. I don't think
I'll give him 72,000 baht. No, I'm sorry. What's 6 times? Yeah, 6 times 12. 72,000. I'll give him 75,000 baht today.
For a year.
1 year.
Oh.
Right?
So maybe owner interest like big.
Absolutely.
Now.
Yeah. Ask.
I don't rent something when someone needs to rent it. I rent it when they have to rent it.
So 75 for a year pay now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe less.
Let's see.
What do you think? How much would that be per month?
75?
Maybe 6,200?
No, you're talking like
6,000 a month?
Yeah. No, you're talking 75, like 50 something. 59 something. Yeah. Yeah. But this is the thing, you offer it, he's like, okay. Like, fuck.
Yeah, come on, sign anything.
Right. You're not like how long
Well,
you have your condo lease until
I mean, it's a lease. I can break it. I mean, I lose the deposit. I could leave 30 days from now. They could also kick me out in 30 days.
Very true.
really?
So yeah.
Well, it's like Thailand is a big bust for 2021. I'm thinking about RV for me. And
but if you don't, ask nice. Like is water included? Don't offer them the 75,000 yet. But because I mean, it's only been rented for like what?
A week.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh no, since December.
Oh yeah, it's not even been 2 months. I gotta let him feel some pain.
The one next to it's been unrented
because that's 15. Who's gonna pay 15?
This place was unrented for over a year when we got it.
Yeah, see that's exactly.
Maybe 6 months, not a year.
I thought they said a year. And then the one that Tom and Lek bought.
Person before us, they just move out.
Yeah, just left.
Oh really?
And so the house next to us that Tom and Lek bought, our neighbors, I don't think anyone lived there for years because when we first came here, there was like a mound of bird shit in their driveway.
Oh yeah, the pigeons. Yeah, I hate that.
And so actually, I was like, they put up the screen to keep the pigeons out. I'm like, I'm gonna train the pigeons going through this little gap.
Absolutely.
I've been leaving bird seed for days.
Yeah, you get those spikes downstairs. Everything. Jesus.
They're not coming to my house. That's for damn sure.
What's your water bill here?
120 a month.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Mine's 100. Well, I guess that's true.
We have 2 meter, like a water meter.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 houses.
Yeah, right.
Okay, here we go.
So like one is like a 45 because it's a meter pay.
Yeah, right.
Pay for just a meter.
Oh, got
and
it.
The other one is like 100
usage.
So it's about like 150.
Got it. Okay.
Because he not shower.
And then your electricity is like 10 fucking thousand. Right?
No, April, May it's 10,000.
Now it's like a 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah. But April and May, it will be like 10K.
Because you do AC
like we have
24/7.
AC.
Mm.
The big one.
No.
Totally. This one old, that one old.
Yeah.
Except the bedroom, main bedroom doesn't.
I wish every time the downstairs aircon dies, I'm like, oh, I hope they change it to an efficient.
Yeah.
Like at least change the condenser. And they'll come in, they'll fix the.
You could pay. I mean, shit, a split air. What is that going to cost you?
No, it's like 30K.
20,000.
It's not that bad, but one that size, right? The other problem is
you get a lot of square footage.
Like those condensers because they're out front on the patio.
They're in the direct sun.
They're baking all day.
Ridiculous install.
Yeah,
that's frustrating.
And so, if we own this place, I'd put them all in the back patio.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
or at least put
run
a
the lines.
Cover on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't, I would be honored if you would call those folks and just get some the standard questions you would ask if you were going to rent it, right? Like, do you allow?
Oh, that's right.
Sexy white guys to be there. Standard questions that a Thai person would ask.
Yeah, that's right. They put the sugar in at the beginning, stir it to foam, bruise. Then I remember that. Yeah.
Jib, do you like coffee? Are you a coffee connoisseur? Like, do you care what kind of? Like, I'm sure you don't like 3 in 1, right?
I can drink anything.
Really?
That has coffee. To wake me up.
You like Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew?
Yeah, sell it here.
No, they do. They just don't sell Diet Mountain Dew. It's a regular Mountain Dew. It's expensive. It's like 25 baht. Yeah. Right, fair enough.
I'm not really like doing like sweet thing except like a green tea.
True, yeah.
A lot of green tea.
Thais don't really like sweet.
No, Thais loves sweet.
Really?
Thai coffee, like 2 pounds of sugar.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Condensed milk.
Yeah, with the bubbles.
Yeah.
2 new bubble tea places opened up on my street within less than a block from each other.
Of course.
Not surprised.
That's the Thai method. If someone does well with one thing, 30 people will open up around the same thing.
That's I mean, good.
No,
they all want to share that pie.
They will kill each other.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, but as a consumer, it's fucking awesome. It's like gas wars.
So Hike says, don't you want to see the place first? Nah.
Actually, yeah. I'm sorry. That's right. I did ask you that first. I would like to see inside.
This one.
We might be able to just go in there.
Right? This one because like Tam knows the owner. He lives in the same floor as Lex brother, which is like me somewhere here, not far.
Actually, you know what? I'd like to see. Let's see both if there's a possibility, because then I can compare and be like, no, because
compare 12.
Well, yeah, because if the 15,000 one is a piece of crap, I'll be like, look, dude, the guy next door is going to give me this thing for like 6,000 baht. Because in my mind, that is how much money. And then I can say to him, look, I'll give you like maybe 8,000 baht. Or I could rent both of them.
The owner of the 15, he lives at the last soy.
Oh, okay.
Yaka.
And it's been empty for how long?
Since we moved in here. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because
2 years?
Pay
no, I understand. Yeah. So is that more common? Like you don't negotiate price? Because I negotiated the price of my current condo. They wanted like 14,000.
Maybe like he's on bargain. It's like pay 15
or not. Yeah, I mean, which is, if I'm a landlord, I'd probably want to stick to it as much as I could.
Right?
Yeah.
So like people think like, oh, this day even like 15.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
Let's see how desperate.
For us, we have 2 for 18.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I mean, that's the equivalent of 9,000 for one of these houses, right? Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, with the layout, like the open layout, it's not bad.
Information.
It's nice, like already connected.
Did he tell you about the monkey? Because I have a monkey.
He's gonna train a monkey to pee in our garden.
Yeah.
You will be monkey?
No. I'm gonna have one. I own a monkey.
He's gonna buy a monkey.
Normally, I take him on trips and he climbs up palm trees for me and brings down the what?
Token.
Come on, it's a good story.
It's a token. No matter what, you already have your visa token.
Boom. Sorry.
Token says he's gonna be here April, no matter what. So you already have your visa in place. Because Joe's saying it looks like Thailand's a bust for him 2021. So he's thinking about getting an RV and taking his grandkid all around America.
Look, you can come here today if you're willing to spend 2 weeks in a hotel. Which again, at the end of the day, it's not a horrible paradigm.
So Joe can't. He has to wait for his daughter to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Vaccine,
yeah, and he wants to spend time with his grandkid. But I hope you don't have your visa already, because you just throw it in a fireplace the next.
Joe has a week already.
Joe, seriously?
I think so.
Well, I mean, again, at the end of the day, obviously, if you got it before January, you saved 100,000 baht. So I could understand getting it early, but because it's 5 years, right? But it's just like a current one, man. I mean, you're chewing up months quickly if you're not coming over till April.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, if Joe's looking to go 2020, all of 2021, just get an RV. I mean, that's the great. Like an RV would be dope, though. I've always thought about like I watch a lot of those van life videos. I like the idea.
Very popular.
Yeah. Like there's a guy, I think it's bread trucker or something.
Okay.
He's got one of those old step vans,
right.
Bread trucks.
Yeah.
So a version like that would be a great design project.
Yeah, it would be totally fun. I mean, but I've also thought, like, they take like an SUV and then they live out of it. It's like, nah, I couldn't. I'm laying in my bed the other night, and again, I don't have a giant place, but I got a king size bed, plenty of room to walk around it, like between the bed and the wall. Like a lot of these newer condos, there's no fucking room, queen size. So I'm like, this is pretty cool, and it's it's 6. Actually, I think it's 50 square meters. Maybe it's 60. But the point is that like if I were to like elongate and make it into a giant RV, right? It would probably I wonder how many square meters you get inside of like a bus, like a tour bus.
The bus is weird. I feel like the bread truck makes the most sense because you have a lot of room.
Yeah,
you can get them in extra wide.
Oh,
and then
true.
So they have the extra
with
wide
the dualies
versions.
right in the back. Yeah,
and then you can get that completely bare, build it out how you want, and then a lot of them have like the Cummins turbo diesel. They get great fuel economy, and you have more space. You can stand no problem.
Yeah, the standing thing.
Now, obviously, parking's a bitch, but you figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
One of my buddies does the whole van life thing. He lives out of his van, but he also has like wherever he goes, he has a tent. Right, so he sets that up, and he spends more time like kind of in the tent area. And
in the U.S.
Yeah, in the U.S. He goes to the national parks and stuff. I have another buddy who lives in an RV.
Okay.
He drives all around the U.S. and like same thing, national parks, government land.
Right.
And then he was looking at buying a plot of land in like Colorado, like out in the middle of nowhere, so that he's got a place to go and park.
Right.
And the piece of land he was looking at had a tower on it, and so the rent from the tower would offset a lot of the mortgage.
What does the tower do now?
It's just rented. It's telecom.
Good so he's got income day one.
Yeah, well, so you'd still have a mortgage, right? But
sure,
like 80% offset.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. Good for him. Oh yeah, I'd buy that all day long and not even stay there.
But it's like an unaccessible piece of land. But because there's a tower, they built an access road.
Exactly.
So he would just drive in on the access road, pull in somewhere, and be.
You probably got 3-phase service out there. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be dynamite, dude. Good for him.
Decent 5G.
Yeah. Well, again, if it's in the middle of nowhere, it's on their list. It's not top of the list though.
No, but I mean it's
gonna be
to add coverage to a certain part of Colorado.
Yeah,
so he was looking at that. But so I have two friends who do this. My friend with the van, his van is built out okay. You can sleep in it.
Fridge, toilet, or just like
he has one of those like the little toilets that you hide under something and you pull out.
Yeah, and dump it something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you add coconut or sawdust or whatever to it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, he has the tent, so 90% of the time, like he's living out on government, like at national park land, park service.
Sets it up right next to the.
So he'll set the tent up right next to the van, and like he uses he's got a whole cooking area out there.
That's cool, man. Yeah, if you're into that, but the space thing I think would bum me out. Yeah.
So he's got the solar, he's got the vents and everything, but again, winters have to be rough.
Well, I mean, if not Key West, I mean,
you can't park overnight in Key West.
Well, again,
there's a bunch of videos about that. People try to go out there and do the van life thing, and the police are like,
not literally Key West, but you could go to Bahia Honda. The entire island is a national park with like rental space. I've stayed there many times.
So he says live stream the inspection.
Absolutely. I mean, shit, I could probably hop onto your Wi-Fi. Well, no, maybe not.
From across the street, you can jump on the 2.4.
Maybe. Yeah, the 2.4 might penetrate your windows.
Because I can get the 2.4 at the end of the solar.
Okay.
The 5 gigahertz is like.
That's going to get it.
Yeah,
sure.
And usually my phone's on the 5 gigahertz, so if I'm outside, it's like,
Hey, Joe, so you've been watching this whole stream. I got a question for you. At any time so far during the stream, has the video frozen?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because every time I play back, it's like at some point it's crazy. And you got solid fucking glass.
Well, I'm on the 5 gigahertz though, so I should have switched to the 2.4 before we started.
I agree.
Yeah, that's my fault. So I was on the 5 gigahertz last night while I was doing a podcast with these guys, the Oko brothers.
Oh no, you were up here?
No, I was downstairs.
Oh yeah.
So like whenever I do something that's why I started doing it downstairs with the Idea Studio because I want a different background.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to see this and think Bangkok. So they know there's a separation. And so plus the Idea Studio is more about the design studio.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff, so it makes sense. But so I was doing these cool guys, the Oko brothers. Josh hooked me up with them. And we were talking last night, and they were like, at the end of the thing, I'm like, they're like, I really want to come out to Bangkok. One of the guys my age, they both live on Staten Island.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, I want to come out to Bangkok. I'm like, yeah, come on, I'll take you to Soy Cowboy, walking around. We might need a hall pass for that. And they're both married guys.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, hey man, I'll tell you what, I'll take you to a very nice restaurant on Soy 23, and we're just gonna have to cut across.
Dude, yeah, Christ, Soy Cowboy is fucking Disneyland of red light districts.
Nothing now. Well, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Especially right now, it's probably empty. I wonder if there's any places that are open at night there.
Hike wants to know your lease. What's your lease on your condo?
The cost of it?
Lease. You have a long-term lease?
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, I just renew it.
It's typical.
Yeah, totally. $12,000 a month.
Right now, a lot of people are doing 6-month leases.
Again, I could have got it for 6, but it's more money.
Yeah.
It's just and 6 is a pain. I mean,
so you're gonna close on the house by April? That's awesome.
Oh, dude, very cool. Good for you.
So my friend does live in a van down by the river when he has the option to. He likes going rivers or lakes.
Smoking doobies?
He may very well smoke some. I think he's more of a bong guy.
Really?
He's taking bong rips.
Because I mean, if you pay attention to Chris Farley, he knows what time it is.
Yeah.
Smoking doobies.
Smoking doobies down by the river.
That was one of the best. He was so awesome.
Again,
taken from us from what? Cocaine.
Yeah. John Candy too, a great comedian, just health issues.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a leisure travel vans, utility island bed. Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I like those. I really like the idea. In America, you can do the not at all
video.
Not all good.
Yeah.
So back to the candy. What's nostalgia? Because I got this from Eric.
Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah, which you can buy here.
Yeah.
Which is not.
Like a can, like a sweet thing.
Honestly, my favorite for years has been Snickers bars. You can get those all day long at freaking 7-Eleven.
Know what I remember?
Number 1 candy bar in the world, by the way. Snickers.
I believe it. Do you remember whatchamacallit?
Of course.
Those were great candy bars.
You know what's nuts is there were candy bars that originated in my childhood.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Three Musketeers has been around forever, but there were new, like Bubblicious bubblegum. That was new when I was a kid.
Three Musketeers changed when I was a kid, right?
What?
Yeah. So in like the 80s, 90s, it had like a transitionary period where it went to like this fluffier format.
Oh, fluffier.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 stages, right? There's Three Musketeers, there's Milky Way, and then there's Snickers.
Yeah.
And each one just has one thing added.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was their plan.
But the Three Musketeers went to like a fluffier chocolate in the middle at one point.
Well, it's nougat.
No, isn't it chocolate?
No. Well, it's chocolate flavored. I mean, in other words, they're all chocolate covered. They all have the nougat.
Yeah.
Milky Way has nougat plus caramel.
Okay.
And then Snickers has nougat, caramel, peanuts.
So
it really satisfies.
I just remember that the Three Musketeers used to be a lot denser. And then they rebranded, they repackaged it. I was like, oh my god, it's like
added air.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really? Blew your hair? Well,
yeah, it's just
So candy bar. Let's see. What's another candy that I really liked that I can't get here?
Kit Kat.
You get those you can get those in seaweed flavor here, which is fucking crazy. They're okay.
Oh, Bornholm had no AV issues, and he's on the VPN through Switzerland. Nice.
Why would you hop through Switzerland?
Maybe he's doing some work. He needs to be in Switzerland.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Like copyright stuff, because you know what he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, totally. He's very talented. Yeah. Very talented.
Works with the Nolans, the Nolan boys, down on the block body. That Chrissy Nolan.
Chrissy.
Fucking
Chrissy. You see her pocketbook?
Chris. No, the boy Chrissy.
No. He's wearing a pocketbook.
Is he?
Sure.
Is he a fucking faggot?
Yeah, he's got a little limp wristed there. He's a little light in the loafers, Bobby. Yeah. He's a little light in the loafers.
Poor Chrissy.
I mean, I don't judge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you want to go suck dick, go for it there, Bobby. But you can't park it if you suck my dick. I mean, you can.
Yeah, his parents must be devastated. Devastated, Mike.
Torture. Fucking torture. Yeah. Listening to him. We gave him all these tools. Uncle Timmy even fucking bought him one of them pocket pussy vagina thingies. Carries that sumbitch around when he's up the mall, when he's up Duncan.
Father Donahue must be devastated.
Father Donnie, he went through the roof. He went through the fucking roof. He goes, I teach you all this thing about these boobies and these girls, and you go fucking Hershey Highway, Bobby. What are you doing up there? You can't park up there.
Might as well go to the fucking Revere.
Mother of God.
Sweet Mother Mary Joseph.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Frank Kennedy says he walked through Soy Cowboy last night. Nothing open outside of some street food.
Well, that's the thing. You said the street food, especially during the day, is really good there. Yeah?
The lunch market there is phenomenal.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah, you see like local workers out there getting food. It's like normal Thai prices. Lunchtime on Soy Cowboy.
20, 30, 40, 60 baht. Kind of thing. Yeah, nice. That's pretty cool. What's that building next? I mean, Citibank.
You can get the spicy sausage up there. Daytime.
Speaking of, he doesn't come by anymore.
No.
Even after the same thing with me. I haven't seen him. Although I haven't done a live stream.
Oh, yeah, he commented on Chris's video the other day. We had back and forth.
Nice, that's good. Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, awesome! I haven't seen Dana's place yet. That's cool." So I think he's watching. He's just busy.
Yeah, sure, totally. Well, plus middle of the night, right?
Yeah. But yeah, fucking Father Donahue.
Father Donnie. Up the Abbey.
I love the New England accent's one of the harshest things in the world. I mean, it's just.
Well, yes. I mean,
Southern New England.
Ours are not real South Boston.
Yeah.
But
fucking Southie. Oh, Jiv is back with information on the monkey house.
Why aren't we getting her a microphone?
Yeah,
this is really starting to piss me. Have her sit on your goddamn lap.
Babe, come over here and let's discuss on air.
And put some clothes on, for God's sake. You're walking around the house. This camera can pick up the side shots.
Anyways, the guy that I called, his agent.
He's
the agent.
Agency.
Oh, his agent. Okay.
So he can't make decision for this couple, sure.
So he's useless.
But I think this is not a good deal because the whole house has just one AC.
Oh.
In the
bedroom, yeah, that's common. I've heard of that.
So there will be that room.
Yeah,
in the front.
1,000 degrees, yeah.
And 2 bed, 2 bath, same this side is 2 bed, 2 bath. Only one AC for the room, the big room.
Right.
That means the one that faces us.
Oh, the living room.
The bedroom.
The bedroom. Which is on the first floor?
No, second floor.
Second floor. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay.
And then 1 year lease and 20 square walls, so half of our house.
Yeah.
I think nothing good in that. At the back, it will be the next door. You can go outside and see their house, like
Yeah.
with a roof
Yeah.
to the end. That's it. And no, I think no hood for kitchen.
Oh, no kitchen hood to get out the.
I
Vent.
think
Yeah.
it's just like kind of very empty house.
Yeah.
Well, again,
What's
less.
12?
So here's the thing on the aircon, right? So I'm thinking for Mike, because if the downstairs doesn't have aircon, you're not an aircon guy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I like airflow. For
But you
Christ's sake.
need like a.
Yeah, but they have the
for
ceiling
summer.
fans there.
I like ceiling
So,
fans.
but here's the thing I'm thinking about, because that house has to be significantly
Cooler,
than
yeah,
this
because
house.
of its
Yeah.
physical.
Because where the sun's coming in, plus,
Yeah.
so you have a house behind you.
Right.
So that downstairs is probably pretty cool.
It would be, yeah. I mean, it'd be doable. But again,
So the agent recommend different house. He said it's better
Shocker.
deal. It's the same price.
where?
On Note, about on Note 12.
Okay, so that's
One station before
3
us.
blocks down. No, yeah, I know, yeah.
3 AC.
Mm,
Kitchen has like the
Hood.
wood already,
right.
and it's 21 square watt, a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
One square wall.
How much total?
12K, same price.
No, how much size? Same size?
No,
Two-story?
one square wall bigger.
2-story.
Oh, 2-story.
And
Okay.
he said it's in the village with the 24/7 guard in the front.
Oh,
Because this one no guard.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you pay yourself.
yeah, but I'm not worried about it.
But you like to
Interesting.
travel. You're not
Yeah, no,
always
sure, yeah. Interesting. Well, that's good. I mean, it's good to have the name of an agent too. I'll tell you what, if I'm the owner of that house, I am fucking pissed right now
yeah.
that he would not go balls deep to fucking rent my house.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's like.
Well, it's funny because most agents don't give up. They don't care about like trying to upsell you or like move you into something better. Our experience with agents out here was horrible.
Yeah, but you're Thai, right? Isn't they're going to be a little bit more loyal?
We
to
had
her
an
than-
agent. We had an agent tell us like, "Oh yeah, I'll meet you BTS at 4:00.
Oh, they didn't show up.
4:10. I'm like,
Nah,
it's
fuck
traffic.
them. Done.
4:15. Jib calls and lays. Oh yeah, no, I have to cancel.
Yeah, no. Shape of an L.
Like,
Done.
what the?
Like
Forehead.
the house is already rent. Like, why don't you send message?
No,
before? Like
that's-
we don't have to go.
Every agent I've worked with, oh my god, amazing customer service. They're early. One lady brought me like a bubble tea thingy.
So I
So-
think the one that we rent the penthouse one is a good one.
Yeah. The agent from. Well, I mean, she's renting penthouses, so.
So she's like a
It's like 50 to
Other
80,000
level.
baht a month, right?
other level of
Yeah,
service
sure.
because
Yeah.
she like tried to like sell the room expensive. So that would be other group of customer that
Yeah,
can go
sure, of
to see
course.
the room,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But for the like a local like this,
Yeah.
she ran.
So-
So the thing like if her commission is like 1 month,
Yeah,
that
it's usually 1 month, yeah.
she makes 60K
Yeah.
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
But here,
These guys are
12K.
12K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
do
if she
you mind?
rents one, that's a pretty good payday for her for that
Sure.
month anyway.
Yeah, $2,000.
Whereas, like, here it's like you gotta do 10.
$400.
Yeah.
Do you mind somehow sharing the address with me? Like, could you find where that is on Google Maps and shit? Because I'm going to be over near On Nut. I'm going to be at Ekamai, and then I'll be over in On Nut.
I asked his line wait for him to reply.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, it'd be cool if you could just send me a Google Maps. That'd be interesting. See, but here's the thing. Here's the reason I don't live on Nut. Gracie and I stayed at On Nut at the base where Eric lives. Stay there, and what I want to be able to do, or I can't now, but eventually and regularly, take a piece of luggage, get on the BTS, airport rail link, go to the airport,
Hey,
travel all over.
what's your hard stop? Is it 10:45?
Yeah, it's 10:50. Yeah, I should stop.
Because you have somewhere.
Yeah, I
to go.
got a meeting at noon, and I got to get over there by like 11 something.
Yeah, because you gotta set up
Mhm.
and get the 3 papers ready.
Get all the caffeine ready.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have to wrap up real quick because Mike has an appointment today. I just realized the time. He actually wanted a 10:45 stop.
Yeah, thank you, though.
But-
Appreciate that.
So real quick though, Steve says his favorite candy bar
Shut
of all
up the
time,
light.
3 Musketeers.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't shut the light. Oh, yes, you could. We got the curtains on. And real quick, Token says I need to teach Jib the Southern accent to freak people out.
The Southern U.S. accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you'd sound stupid. We're not going to permit it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we can't do that drawl.
No, absolutely not.
But Chris from Retired has a few agents on his channel. Yeah, but a few, especially that girl in Bangkok seems to be legit.
Oh,
right?
the agent, yeah, and you
Chris
get the
is
one
sure.
down in like Phuket too. I think
She seems a bit off.
she's just fake.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Let's forget about
But
it.
the girl in Bangkok just like
But to be fair, I mean, you put a camera in front of some people, they freak out. They act weird, different.
Yeah. But the girl, the agent in Bangkok seemed like, she knew her stuff.
Yeah.
She had notes.
Yeah, I don't watch those videos, like not just his, but like in general, I don't watch like this condo, $400.
I like the way he shoots them though. Like he does the walkthroughs and like.
Well, I mean, he's a pro.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
I like what he does.
Yeah.
It's funny because I see some other people doing. Since his got so popular, like other people have done. And Eric
What is
and I
he
were
at
talking
now?
about
60,000?
68, I think.
68,000. That's freaking awesome. Good for him.
But Eric and I were talking about this the other day. People have been doing the condo tours forever.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But then Chris, he was the first one to like really elevate it. And now I see a lot of other people trying to do.
Oh, sure.
Do the condo tours like Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's very, very obvious they're trying to take that same style, but then you can't execute it as well as the guy you're trying to do it as.
Well, yeah. I mean, his style is perfect.
Yeah.
Which is because, I mean, you think about it. I mean, if you said to me last year, hey, there's going to be some new guy moving out there from Canada and he's going to start a YouTube channel on Thailand.
It's going to blow up.
Jesus Christ. I mean, there's a fucking red ocean.
So,
Chad.
Yeah.
He just came out of friggin' nowhere. He's at like 250,000.
Yeah, the car videos, I'm telling you.
Dude, testosterone.
Lady boy sucking his dick. Yeah.
No, dude, I mean, because his market share is probably 2x.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got to go.
Yeah, he's going to take
Up
a high five. Boom. Guys, we'll be back on Saturday. Until next time, stay strange.
Peace.